Well, a very good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another Flight VATSIM live stream today. It's the 30th of May, 2025, 3 minutes past 4 in the evening here in the United Kingdom. Back in Microsoft Flight Simulator 2020, we're going to take part in a busy VATSIM event in the excellent iFly 737 MAX from Flight 1 software. I've not flown this aircraft for quite some time. It's my first day off. I've had a busy 5 days flying. It was fun sharing some of the stories on Instagram, some good guesses with some of the location names where I was flying. I was over in Greece and some of the Baltic countries earlier on this week as well, and I've got a few days off and I penciled in this day to do a little 2-sector stream. Now there's two busy VATSIM events going to start shortly. We're departing Munich before the event starts. It's to do with the Champions League final tomorrow and Saturday. I don't really follow football. Was it Inter Milan and Bayern Munich, I guess? But we're flying in all the passengers into Munich, so we're going to be doing a sector into Milan Linate. Never flown in before in a live stream. I've got the jet stream design scenery. This is the World Update 18 scenery for Munich. GSX all updated, Flight Sim all updated, shouldn't have any issues today. Did a little bit of a test sector on my standby the other day as well. About 50 minutes each sector. I'll have a quick break between the return sector as well. Live time, live weather, beautiful weather forecast, nice routing over the Alps today, should be a good one. Let's see who we've got in the live stream here today. We've got Lee Holdcroft. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon. Nice to see you popped in as well. Matsy, hi. Hope you're doing well. Ooh, Matchmo. CSS have released a 735. Well, I will probably purchase the subscription version. It's very expensive, buddy. We could possibly look at that tomorrow if you guys like. My lovely fiance is going out with our beautiful daughter. We've had a lovely day today. Been doing some gardening. So, yeah, we could have a look at that tomorrow. Listen a minute. iFly, my little eye. Lovely. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Evan N. Hello to you. Simbear, I saw you here as well in chat. Jammed, I hope you're doing well, my friend. Thank you for the countdown timer suggestion in Discord. I might do that a little bit more often. Itch It and Scratch It, can I just say the 7879 is quite a remarkable plane. Other than jet lag, I never felt tired from just travelling. It is an add-on we've not really explored much. There's only sort of free versions of the 787. The Kuro mod, I think, was the last version we took. I am thinking of doing one of my long-haul overnight streams again soon. I might take the 78 but the 777, but the A380 would be a great aircraft to take as well. So many great add-ons, of course. Pink Cow, hello from South Africa in the UK. Hope you're doing well. Dennis Jackson, hi there. Welcome aboard. Walking1993 says, hi everyone. Captain Phil, do you have an issue where your camera pans uncontrollably? I've not had that issue. I have full control of my camera, but I'm sorry to hear that you're having issues. Jamna A350 would also be good. Well, that was the first ever overnight stream we did from Tokyo to Los Angeles. We did a Indie Builds A350, so we'll probably try something different. Gaslamp, I can't get along with the Max. Don't know why, but hoping you'll inspire me. Let's see how we get on today. I, for one, love the 737 MAX. I've been flying it all week in real life as well. Literally only jumped out 24 hours ago, so it should be reasonably fresh and up to speed. Anyway, here we are. I don't know if there's any VATSIM ATC here, but there's a few of you online. We're in our MAX. There's a few Alpaca Airways as well. There's a Star Alliance, Lufthansa, A320 as well. And here we are. The scenery is very nice. Remember, these world updates that Microsoft Flight Sim 2020 do, you have to manually install. I don't think you have to do that in 2024, but there's some really great airports that you can fly into that's completely free. Oh, you can't go inside the terminal though, it would seem. But it seems unforced outside. But anyway, here is the beautiful 737 MAX, completely cold and dark. I'll just restart my music. I don't know why that stopped. But yeah, we'll get the aircraft all set up. Ready to go. Should take about 25-30 minutes. We're trying to sort of fly to a bit of a schedule today, so we'll aim to push back at around 15:30 Zulu in 23 minutes, and then a 30-minute turnaround as well. Andrew, Captain, you still flying the line for your operator or just instructing in the sim? Oh, I'm still flying, Andrew, and I always have done since I became a TRE last year. My new roster is 3 blocks in the sim, and then 1 block flying. I've just done my block flying here, but they sort of pick and choose. Last week was my sim week, but I did do 1 flight. Josiah, I'm in observer mode, thank you. I'll disconnect and reconnect. Yes, well done. It's because I ran VATSIM under test. Thank you very much for the heads up on that, buddy. Perfect. What would you rather be, a flight attendant on the football flying or the 6 AM Saturday to Ibiza? Oh, do I have to choose? Crazy sarcasm. Probably the football, but they can be a bit rowdy, these flights. The cabin crew are trained to deal with disrupted passengers, but there's so much going on now. I don't have TikTok, but my fiance does, and she was showing me a video of an EasyJet flight in Manchester, a passenger kicking off. It's just disgusting behaviour. So I know most of you are the best behaved passengers. Just don't lose your inhibitions if you fly. Just remember where you are. You know, we can have to make some difficult decisions sometimes. You're liable to paying some of the expenses these days as well. Anyway, let's jump it into the cockpit, and we've got full GSX ready to go, although there's an unhappy smile there, I'm not sure why, but we'll request boarding anyway. Is it going to do its thing where it doesn't work? Of course it is. Let's try that again. Great. Why is GSX not working? Okay, we might not be able to use GSX, but is it because I've got no power on the aircraft? I do usually power up the plane first. Anyway, let's get the battery on first. We'll go here to power. Didn't have any time to set this up before the stream. So system page, sim menu. We want ground support. Put the chocks in. Connect the electrical power. So GPU. Put that on the bus. There we are. We have some electrical power connected to the aircraft. We'll just turn the music down. Turn the sim up. GSX has been broken. Worked on my test sector. This is the one where the CEO never blames his product. It's always the user's fault, but yeah, okay. I updated it yesterday. It doesn't seem it's working. Could be interesting to do the pushback here. We'll see how we get on. Looks like other people are having issues. Said Luke, GSX has been broken for a while. Has GSX ever done what it's supposed to do? Wing, wing, brilliant. Thanks for subscribing to Zach Tempo and welcome board. Simbear says, welcome member for 6 months. Thought I'd come keep you company in the superior aircraft. You took the 320. Is that you? No, where are you? Are you Lufthansa? Oh, there's plenty of 320s around today. Oh dear. Right, battery on. GPU's already on the bus. And landing gear lever down. We checked the bypass was installed, so electric hydraulic pumps are on, and we then check the ship's library, and everything is up to date. Let's turn up the panel lighting back here and do the fault and fire tests. So we'll check the squibs first. 1, 2, 3, green lights, fault. We've got fault tape, you detect it in up. The master caution, overheat detector light would have illuminated as well. Gravy overload, thank you. A year as a member, what's your thoughts on disrupted passengers being able to be sued by the airline for most, if not all the costs, if they have to be removed from the flight? If a passenger is disruptive to the point where the crew have no choice but to divert the aircraft, and that is a difficult decision to make, so they will have done something that's physical violence, smoking, been warned plenty of times. I think they should be fully liable for the expense, personally, but that's my opinion. Thankfully, touch wood, I have had to offload passengers after a flight, before a flight, but never on en route diversion. Touch wood. Anyway, that's my opinion. Thanks for the support, Gravy Overlay, for the last year. Right, where did I get to? Fire tests, that was it. So let's do the fire test. Fire warning lights, bell, and master caution overheat detector. You can't hold the switch down, unfortunately. Engine overheat light as well, wheel well too. Up on the overhead panel, we'll pop on the emergency exit lights. Busy VATSIM event, but I shall be brave. The weather is perfect. We're going to take standard flight plan fuel for the entire sector. So if I bring up Navigraph for you guys here, you can see we're parked on stand 255. Go here to flights, view sim brief OFP. 4388. There'd be no excuse for taking extra fuel today. In reality, I'd be taking 4.5 tons unless there was some sort of NOTAM to affect us, but the weather's really nice en route under both departure and arrival. So 4.5 tons is the amount of fuel we would call for in reality. So let's go here to back. The iFly 737 MAX is really nice. I'm not a huge fan of the tablet. It's a bit fiddly to use, and you can't yet sync your sim brief weights. So I have based this off a full load of passengers. With this configuration, it's 178 set payload, and cargo, I think it was 1200 kilos in hold 2 for the checked in bags and blow up footballs. But there we go. And then 4.5 will go to fuel. 4.5. Now the aircraft does have, or the add-on does have, a performance tool, but I prefer to use the SimBrief one, which is much easier to use. Isn't the tablet based on a real Boeing product? I believe so, Listerman, the Boeing's official tablet, but we use iPads. But it's a bit fiddly to use. You can use it, and I'm used to it now. But anyway, 4.5 tons. We've got the payload on board. We'll carry on doing our safety inspection checklist. So fueling's done, so we can put the seatbelt sign on. Let's put the igniters to right, this to steady. Working our way down here, that's all set. Flaps are up, which match the digital indicated position. Radio frequencies we'll tune later. Squawk will just put to 2000 and set that to standby. Rudder and aileron trim we check later, but it is currently 3 and 0. Oops, check the extension doors closed. It's a lot dirtier door in real life. Check the circuit breaker panel. All the breakers are in. We have a voice recorder switch. We turn that on at this stage. Flight recorder, check. There we are. Mac airspeed warning tests. Broadband system, interesting. Stall warning tests. There we are, number 1. Number 2, IRS to nav. The alignment you can check on the heading STS page. 10 minutes. We've got ELT and elevator jam landing assist, which the NG doesn't have. Just make sure they're guarded and closed. Circuit breakers are in. Jim's taking his shirt off again. We can open that door. And I've noticed, I don't know if it was an update, but I noticed the seat's animated now, which is quite cool, by pulling the H lever. But there we are. Safety inspection checklist complete. Let's jump back into the captain's seat. We'll get the weather, and then we'll do our pre-flight setup. Andrew, is it SOP to pressurise straight away without checking with the ramp? So long as the bypass pin is installed and the tow bar's connected, you can depressurise. If the bypass pin isn't installed, you can pressurise, but we always check carefully around the aircraft, make sure there's also no engineers working on it, because if there's any drooping flight controls, as soon as you pressurise the system, that's 3,000 pounds square inch, pressure kicks in, everything will be neutralised, the elevator, the rudder, and it'll trap many fingers. It has happened in the past. So yes, so long as the there's no bypass pin installed, just make sure there's no tow bar, everyone's well clear, and then pressurise. You don't need to notify them otherwise. Perfect. So what's the ATC situation? No ATC here yet by the looks of it, so we'll go off the latest meta. When does this event start? I think it's in 30 minutes or 45 minutes. I just wanted to get away, so I'm streaming a little bit earlier. So let's go here. Munich weather, 260 at 6, so we'll depart off 26 left today. CAF OK, 25 degrees, plenty warm enough. QNH is 1022. It's Microsoft Flight Simulator, so I can press hectopascals B. There we are, 1022. We'll set the MFRA to, well, it defaults to radio, doesn't it? 1470 elevation here. It's about 1400 feet, so 1470 coming in. Oh no, sorry, 2470. There we are, 2470 is set. Great. Traffic on mine and Jim's ND. As pilot flying, I have the engine indications on my second display here. We can select airports, so when the alignment's complete, we'll have the airports on the ND. Lighting I'm happy with. Check the oxygen. There we are, light test is already complete, we'll imagine, and we can jump into the FMC. Perfect. We'll go to FMC, latest AIREC installed, POS in it. We're in Munich, which is Echo Delta Delta Mike. It's actually where we finished our last public live stream in the A340. We'll select this, flight plan request. So this is fully synced with SimBrief. It fetches the flight plan straight away. I did wonder how you jumped in there without kicking the pedestal, making sense the seat moves. Yeah, it's you need to move the seat unless you're super thin. Uplink ready, load. So Alpaca 2 Mike Lima is the call sign. Put that in manually. And we can activate, execute. Usually execute at this stage, but we do it now in the desktop sim. 26 left, we're expecting a Mersey 2 Sierra. There it was. Oh no, no, Mersey 5 Sierra. Or can I not write? Where's the SimBrief flight plan say? No, it was a 5 Sierra. I can't write 5 Sierra. Execute. We could expect runway 35 in Linate today on ILS. It's the Lucille 4 Alpha. There we are, Lucille 4 Alpha, ILS Zulu 35 via. Let's have a quick look at the flight plan here. Close this. So the star terminates at UMVIB. There we are, so we can select the UMVIB transition. We'll execute that. Beautiful. That's all in. No discontinuities. Excellent. In at ref, then 0 fuel weight's in, 62 tons. I believe that's what we've planned for via SimBrief as well, so the weight should be all correct. 62.1, that's fine. Reserves, our alternatives, Lima India Mike Echo, Milan Bergamo, just round the corner, but 2.2 tons. 2.2, cost index 30, 29,000 feet. Cruise wind is 301 at 33, which is basically the same as the average, so we'll just keep it the same. Top of climb ISA is +5. Execute 5001. We put that in to ensure that any altitudes below 5,000 feet display as altitudes in the FMC. We use the excellent SimBrief performance tool, so let me bring that up for you so you guys can see. Here, takeoff page. So 26 left, we will use full length, 4,000 meters. Weights are in 66,377, so that's including our taxi fuel. Flaps optimum, thrust optimum, anti-ice will be off. Bleeds auto, winds are all in dry. Let's see if we have improved climb on. Speeds have increased for improved climb, so we'll use those. So that's flap 5, TO2, 45 degrees. So 45 degrees, TO2, N1 will be 78.5, will actually be about 77.7 because the bleeds are off. Takeoff, and it was flap 5, CG is in. I've got the option to automatically set the trim, which is really helpful in a desktop simulator. We can use these improved climb speeds from the performance calculator. So 151, 156, 162. So my operator, we never used to use improved climb speeds, but we started doing it. There's benefits to it, you know, it reduces tail clearance on takeoff and improved climb performance, of course, as well. Right, just make sure we set V2 on the MCP, which was 162. There we are, and we can now continue with our panel scan. Actually, 25 degrees. What the speed brakes are? 25 degrees. We'd want that APU up and running. It would be very hot and fusty in the flight deck and the cabin. So yaw dampers on, nav transfer display switch is normal auto. Fuel, 4 pumps on. Check the cross-feed valve. Nightbot lost his breath explaining all that routing. Yeah, there's both sectors I managed to squeeze in there. Oh, so Nightbot has changed. You can put more in, but it looks like it's not put all the information in for the second sector. Brilliant. I'll have to change that in the turnaround. Bear that in mind moving forward. Right, that's done. Cabin utility iFly galley power's on. I'll try GSX one more time. So GSX is just broke, has it? Is pushback and departure working? I'll try restarting. There's people walking around. Oh, hold on. I think it might be preparing for pushback. Oh, the sounds. I forgot we've got the Boris sound pack with this aircraft. Well, there's GSX people walking around, or are those Microsoft Flight Simulator people? And there's stuff there. I might have to do a power vac. Ugh. No, I'll try restarting the Kutel thing, see if that works, but there's stuff there, isn't there? APU's available on the bus. Window heat, pop on. That's all done. Trim air's on. Packs auto, open. Wait 2 minutes because we've only just started the APU. That's set. And that can go to steady. What's the elevation at destination? 350. Yeah, perfect. Right, QDM for the runway direction. I think it's an RNAV SID, so we'll just set for 26 left here. 260. 260 set. Boris sound pack is for PMDG. Yes, there is a sound pack, Johnny Boy, but I think Boris sound packs, correct me if I'm wrong, guys, is default with the iFly 737 Max. Sounds on this add-on are excellent. Flight director's on. SID stop altitude on the Mersey 5 Sierra. What have we got here? Flight level 70. Imagine we've got our clearance then, there's no ATC. 70 set. Still waiting for the alignment. Oh, what we got left? 1 minute. Great. Auto brake to RTO. Reset fuel flow figure. Jim, you can have the legs page. And radio nav aids. What should we tune here? We've got on the SID Munich. Oh, Munich. We've got 2 Munich DMEs. Let's tune 115.0 because that's based off runway 26 left. There we are. Make that active. Then we've got something. Right, let's try GSX one more time. I'm going to prepare for pushback and departure straight away. Oh, we're in business. There we are. So at least I can use it for pushback. Imagine boarding's complete. Who should push us back? Let's have... No, we don't like Lufthansa. Let's have... Oh, I was too slow and it's chosen one for me. Thank you, GSX. Oh, I have no idea who it's pushing us back. Right, I think I'm all set up. Great, we're due out push back in 7 minutes. We'll do some briefings. We'll push back be at 15:25 to save any congestion. It'll be at any time, Sinbad. To be fair, as an operator, we close the gate at 15 minutes before schedule off block, and the doors are closed. We're fully ready. We'll push back early. So we'll see how we get on today. Right, but we'll do some briefings. We'll check the routing first in the FMC. So we'd step through all of that routing and just do a gross error check on the distance. So you can see on the flight plan ground distance 265, 263. Fuel on arrival 2.6, we need 2.2. So route's fine. We do an instrument cross check, takeoff briefing. So left hand seat takeoff in a 737 Max, runway 26 left, flat 5. It's NADP 2 and bugging up 1500 feet AGL in Munich. And emergency will climb straight ahead MSA. MSA and that sector, let's have a little look actually.
Locking gear.
Locking gear. 377, so climb to 4,000 feet. Emergencies, we then discuss what we do in the event of an RTO and an engine failure. Let's now brief our taxi routing. So we'll push back here. I've got the GSX profile, so it should be able to push us to, I think it's the east line facing south. And then we'll go Delta across the bridge, Sierra, and via one of these Sierra points, runway 26 left. And the SID is the Mersey 5 Sierra, so 26 left, 1900 feet, which is coded Mike Sierra Echo. Standby GSX. And then we're going to go to Delta Whiskey 053, max 250, flight level 70. That's a left turn Ampeg, then Mersey. It's all coded correctly. Great, so briefing's complete. We are ready to go. That was a very swift setup. We've covered everything, ready for push and start. We are surrounded here, and just to confirm, there's no ATC, no. So what we'll do is make sure we're facing north.
Release parking brakes, please.
So facing south, packs off, AP bleed on, anti-collision light on. Oh my gosh, I forgot to do New Sky. Oh no, got to do New Sky, guys. Every time I stream, I forget to do this. We've got time. Alpaca, 2 Mike Lima, release parking brake, yes.
Release parking brakes, please.
Munich, Linate, B38 Mike. Also, we're pushing back at 2037, we'll have to say. Full load of passengers. Zulu 1537, because it won't let you do it within 10 minutes. Book.
Release parking
How many flights we've done this month, guys? Start flight. Beautiful. Okay. So now, packs off, anti-collision light on, parking brake is released. And, oh, I need to disconnect all the ground power stuff as well. Auto. Right, menu. System page. Ground support. Disconnect, shocks off, set.
Commencing push.
Thank you.
All engines clear.
Oh, I'll try not to block the Airbus. It should be all equal though, but we're on our way. See our pitch key. Yeah, buddy has no chill. I know. Right. So first flight of the day, the Elite 1B should be cold. It'll be interesting to see on the second sector if it is longer to start the engines. But Bode rotor motoring. No, that's the wipers, Sam. Bode rotor motoring is designed to remove heat from the engine, so it can take longer to start. But there we are, starting engine number 2. Just turn these sounds up. N2. Motoring. N1. Come on, all pressure. Oh my goodness. Where are you going? Oh my goodness me. As if. Right. Hold on. Let's just stop here. Right. Bode rotor metering complete. We have oil pressure, fuel coming on. I think that's Simbear. That would be a report. Ah, yes. GSX working perfectly. John, I'm having trouble getting the required level on U-Sky to get into Alpaca. Any tips? Practice those landings, John. Welcome, Flydog. Thanks for your subscription. Where's the hoarding of the bags? GSX has finally worked itself out.
Unlocking gear.
That's interesting position. Oh! There we are. The Airbus has magically moved over there. Sounds are superb, aren't they? Right, starter cut out, monitoring engine number 2, 25732 stable. We could do an isolated pack start, so what we do, we close the isolation valve, put the right pack on auto, so we can use engine 2 for conditioned air, and then the APU bleed to start engine number 1. John, yeah, it's a landings deviation from the centre line. Keep practicing, buddy. Check out my landing tutorial, 8 years old probably, in FSX, but still the same technique. Head 2. Fonghu, so Boris sounds are a must for the 737. They're stock. These are stock sounds which come with the Boris sound pack. Head 1. FPS is always a little bit stuttery in my sim at Munich and busy airports like this, but it's very good en route. There we are, oil pressure. Very low to put the oil pressure. So we try and check the spar valve. Very quicker than the add-ons, usually a bit
Tow
longer.
truck disconnected. Bypass pin removed.
Sounds are superb.
Left is clear. Right is clear.
Also check your frequencies. Oh, is there ATC? Oh no, I'm meant to be Unicoming, aren't I? Yes. Carnage. Let's go over to Unicom. This could be interesting. I'm over. Is it tuned? Yes. Australian tug operator. Yeah, I don't know. It's usually German, isn't it? Oh, there he was. I just saw his hand waving. Right, perfect. Starter cut out. Monitoring 1, 25731, stable. Beautiful. Right, generators on. APU. Start switches. Probes. Anti-ice not required. Packs auto. Off. Set. Flaps to 5. Uh oh. I forgot to set up yoke cam. Just carefully check the position of this. Not too bad. Oh my gosh, you can see my big muscles. Let me just move that camera down slightly. Ah, that's better. Oh, well, you'll have to enjoy that view. Flight controls. Forward, back, left, right, and runners left and right. Brilliant. Recall, and then we'd read the taxi before taxi checklist, which I'll imagine I've done. You never skip the checklist in reality. Alpaca 2 by Lima taxi, runway 26 left, Munich radio. Alright. Turn off and taxi, quick config check. And the aircraft's in the max with the leap, with idle thrust, you can just taxi forward. Yoke biceps for days, yeah. That's the APU shutting down. Perfect. So when you're doing a tight turn like this, you can actually reduce thrust on the import engine because it's working against you. There we go.
Munich traffic, United 20 heavy, short final runway 26 right.
Alrighty. It's been a while since we've streamed in Microsoft Flight Sim 2020. I have to say, one of the things I love about the simulator, we're having issues in X-Plane recently with betas and crashes and whatnot. This sim I just fired up. The scenery was dead easy to install. The aircraft's dead easy to install. It's just very user-friendly. The controls setting up that's a bit of a pain. X-Plane's the winner in that, but to actually jump in and just fly in the sim, it's really easy. This is Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, the Grappler, which is far more polished. Freeway Munich scenery as well, fantastic. Why is there a yellow X there? I'm not sure. I'll make a left turn here. Alright, 10 knots for the turn. Unfortunately, it's my brakes are off or on. I've talked about setting up the toe brakes actually, didn't I? Okay, let's do the before takeoff checklist. Config we checked, flaps we have 5.5 green light, stab trim 6.3 units set, takeoff briefing. Pax auto bleeds on, V speeds are set for departure, 51, 56, 62 on the MCP. The departure we're flying is the Mersey 5 Sierra. It's basically a straight line climbing to a flight level of 70, NADP2, engine out, SID, will climb runway heading 4,000 feet. Reviewed, cabin is secure. Checks complete. So we'll go via Tango. We'll take this second left. Second right via Sierra, and then we'll line up straight away. I don't think there's any traffic on final for 26 left. Someone checked in on 26 right, but it looks clear. Let's make sure we're doing not 17 knots for this turn.
Five things all going around.
Oh, someone's going around. Excitement on Unicum. Perfect, there we are. So, checks below the line, MCP set, transponder, TARA, strobe lights on, cleared takeoff. Alpha 2 Mike Lima, take off runway 26 left. Just make sure we're on final. Someone's going around on the other runway, but we're definitely clear. Right, tokens in check. We'll do a
approaching 2
rolling
6
takeoff. I forgot
left.
we've got RAS.
And then try to United to
Yes. It's a huge runway here. Alrighty. I can hear the nose wheel on the runway. Let's pull those
On
engines up.
runway 2 6 left.
So looking for 40%. Oh, a little bit hard N1. Stabilised. Set takeoff thrust. Oh, I forgot it's such a low N1. 76.6 takeoff thrust. Set indications normal. Knots, lose forward pressure. There's a bit of a crosswind from the right. Very long takeoff rolls with low thrust, high V speeds. V1. Rotate. We're airborne. Pleasure to climb. Gear up. Why is the auto throttle speed flag flashing? Also, why is the flight director commanding such a low pitch? That's really weird. And it's accelerating. The flight director bar should be up here somewhere. Interesting. I'm going to pitch above the flight director because it's accelerating. I mean, there's a little bug there. Weird. Don't know why it's commanding such a low altitude.
On Alpha 6, you're going to taxi Mike, Alpha 9 to terminal Foxtrot.
Alright, we'll get ready to bug up. There's 1500 feet, so bug up. That's the heading bug. Fuck up. So now it should be commanding. Come on. Flaps 1. There we go. And flaps up. Try and hear the old flap retraction. There we go. Beautiful.
Alpha on Sierra Bravo, lining up runway 26 left.
That sounds like a Simba. Very nice. So flaps up, no lights. So set standard. VNAV, accelerate to 250 knots, maximum speed for that turn. Command A, passing 46, flight level 70. And we'll do the after takeoff checks, just go VS, 2,000 feet per minute. So we're ready to answer. Ah, lovely FPS. There we are, air conditioning and pressurization, diff pressure is 1.2. Cabin altitude's climbing, nice and steady. Temperatures are set. And we've got standard set 3 times. Passing 5, 7 flight level 70 after takeoff checks complete. So the SID has us basically climb to flight level 70. Traffic permitting, it would you'd be given continuous climb. So we're going to go straight up to our cruise. 290. Perfect. VNAV. Was there any restrictions in the FMC? No. 70 above. There we are. Good. After takeoff, checks complete. Listen, do you ever still get the tingles at the moments before takeoff? I enjoy it. I still enjoy it. Stephen, is trim set properly? Yes. I mean, it is a max. Yes. No, the issue I was having was nothing to do with trim at all. It was to do with the flight director pitch command. The flight director pitch command was pitching a very low attitude, and the aircraft is accelerating when it should be maintaining around V2 to V2 plus 20. Just turn the sim down there slightly, guys. It's going to be a beautiful flight, by the way, right over the Alps. Well, see you shortly, Munich. Have I mistimed this VATSIM event? It's very quiet. List a minute, you being my ATC, list a minute for Alpaca 2 by Lima, identify, climb 150, proceed direct Mersey. Thank you, 150, 290 I heard, but I will go direct Mersey, thanks ATC. Where is it? That would be a typical clearance, traffic permitting. LDAV. Passing 100 for 290, suit pre-increase checks, fuel for pumps.
Alpaca on Sierra Bravo,
Lights.
taking off runway 26 left.
APU is off. Pressurization, diffs increasing still. 3 psi set. We've got to release the crew and release the passengers. Checks complete. Beautiful. Yeah, starting at 1600 soon. 20 minutes. Perfect. So we'll have ATC into Milan Linate and out, and then probably a very busy Munich. Dennis, great question. Was M1 supposed to be green on the MCP when you were climbing out? Because it wasn't. When you say to be green, you mean the target thrust. So the green, it doesn't match on takeoff. If you take a reduced temperature, it bugs slightly below. That's completely normal. It's the green bug represents the full rated thrust for your 2020 or TO1 or TO2. It's not an Airbus. You've got to match your heading bug. It's a bit of a wiggly routing, but we'll take it to ensure that we get ATC. Yeah, Stephen, you're right. Exactly. The flight director attitude was quite low, whereas, you know, if I was actually to fly the flight director that was commanding, it would have accelerated quite quickly, which is unusual. I mean, the M1 on the panel below the auto throttle. This, yes, that doesn't engage until you engage the autopilot. That's normal. Or at 1500 feet. But that doesn't make any difference. We had Toga and throttle hold until 800, then M1. This has been, I have to leave now, unfortunately. Happy landings. Thank you very much for popping in, buddy. Doing well. Enjoy your weekend. If you all enjoy your weekend. There we are. What a beautiful day. In South Germany. Look at that, we're 40 minutes into the stream, we're already airborne and climbing. Usually we're on stand. If it was Concorde or the 747-200 we would be. Oh, please Microsoft Flight Sim 2020, 2024 have a flyby view. K4II, hello, what aircraft did you do your multi-engine training on? Seneca 2. PA-34 Seneca 2, built in the 70s. With a rudder, I swear it used I don't know, a cable that you used to anchor ships with. It was so so heavy. Hello, Buster Minimums 21. Good afternoon, morning for me. Glad to finally catch a stream from the United States. Good morning, sir. Thank you very much for popping in. Whereabouts in the US are you tuning in from? Thank you very much for popping in.
50, 40.
Sasha, very
30,
generous yet again.
20, 10.
Oh, very kind, thank you. 5 sent in, let's hear what you have to say.
Embarking on the Alpaca 737 World Tour, a bit of cash in hand, moonlighting alongside my current virtual airline employer. Don't tell the chief pilot.
Sasha, thank you very much. And good luck with your Alpaca 737 World Tour. I need to look into that in detail. I mean, I won't have the time to participate or do any of the sectors, but thank you very much for your support as a member. Very generous donation. Enjoy your world tour. Enjoy your 4 days off, which I saw at Discord just before the stream. Hayden J. Robbins, good afternoon. Hope you're doing well. Jamlin, thank you. 62 months as a member. Unbelievable. Same here. Got to go. Time to walk the dog. Waffle. Happy lad this captain. Hope Waffle's doing well. What add-on? What paint did you do where you painted Waffle on the cone of the engine? I can't remember what aircraft that was. I think it might be one of the Indy builds. Not sure. Thank you very much for tuning in, buddy. K4 double I says I'm going to be flying the Seminole this summer for the multi. Very good. The Seminole is the non-turbocharged variant, isn't it? PA, I can't remember what it was. We've flown one on the stream from just flying, didn't we? But they're not turbocharged. I think it's just naturally aspirated. But Seneca, you have to be very careful with the boost. If you put too much power, you can overboost them. Beautiful routing. We best make sure Jim has the terrain on. When pilot monitoring has this beautiful ND on, it's great. You get a really good picture of situation awareness of the surrounding area. So there's obviously the Alps coming up here, the northern part of the Alps. And the more on this sector, it's well worth being aware of. So if you had to descend very quickly, see, I'm not aware of it at all. More is 14,800 at Lawlow, so we'd have to make sure if we had an emergency descent we'd level off at 15,000 feet. Itch and Scratch It, once again, incredibly generous, long-term member of this channel, and you've just gifted 5 members. Lauren V 2,500's in again, welcome back Lauren. Magnus Nilsson, Toby Larone, Gregory 28, Aviation Sim, thank you very much. Itch It and Scratch It, welcome on board. Awesome sector, guys. Look at this. Oh, looks like ATC's waking up. I can see loads of units online now. We've got Bergamo coming online, Munich's coming online. Maybe we should have streamed half an hour later. Skiddish, does the Max also have a VSD? If it does the iFly simulate this well? Let's have a look. It does, of course, have a VSD. We'll have a look on the approach. I believe it works perfectly. Generally we don't use it only on approach and descent, or descent and approach below 10,000 feet to the VSD on, or MSA. Look at this flight. Oh, look at the sun reflecting on the window as well. Very nice. Stephen, have you got the Champions League theme tune to play after landing? Not without being kicked off YouTube or having the stream kicked off. Why is the sim completely frozen? Don't start. Oof. My goodness me, that was a freeze and a half.
50, 40, 30.
Oh,
20,
Boston Minimums, very
10.
kind. Thank you very much. A $10 donation coming in from the United States. I think I missed your comment to see where you're from. Currently attending school at Southern Illinois University, Carbondale, Illinois. Actually, one of the leaders in aviation education in the country. Amazing, Busting Minimums. Sorry, I just missed that comment up there above. Very kind of you to donate. Thank you very much, and good luck with your university degree. Very exciting. Sketch Max is a beauty, and it does happen what we had, that stutter. Yes, unfortunately. Fingers crossed no more. Fun hard. You open the window mid-flight to get some fresh air. Occasionally. No. You couldn't actually physically do it due to the pressure difference. If you were to try, low altitude you might be sufficient differential pressure, insufficient differential pressure, but I wouldn't want to try, but I'd hazard a guess it'd be incredibly difficult to. Stephen, is it as well modelled as the PMDG 800? No, the PMDG is more polished as of today. So I did a non-precision approach the other day testing it, and it flew quite well. It has a very outdated VNAV logic as well, based off the NG, sort of how the PMDG does, but the PMDG is a more polished product, let's say. Hello Greg Scott, good afternoon, thank you very much for popping in. Want to go? We'll just slow the rate of climb down. VS 1000. Very, very nice. Smooth departure. So you see that lake straight ahead? Fly around this part of the world. That is Lake Germany, Switzerland. Oh, it's the Rhine. Dead ahead on the nose. We're making a turn southbound over the Alps. Spectacular scenery. What's our fuel on arrival? 2.5, 2.2 for our alternate. Typical for the Max. Very low fuel burn, this aircraft. Hey Swifty, welcome aboard, buddy. I haven't seen you here for a while. Thank you very much for hopping in. Oliver, you doing the return sector? I am. Tobias, hope you're doing well, buddy. I haven't spoken to you in a while. But excuse my German, but Densi over there? Prime Donde, that's what that sounds like. Anyone know where that's from? Great. There we are, 290 VNAV in the cruise, FMC speed, VNAV path, 80 miles till top of descent. Start setting up for the RLS very shortly. Yeah, yesterday I was sort of playing around with this one the day before. The weather wasn't great at all in Munich. It was, you'll see on the turnaround when I put you to the Be Right Back screen, I was taking some screenshots of live weather. It was awful weather. Oliver Log flying into Munich, sorry, from Newark over London now, so maybe a similar arrival time into Munich. If you're in London now, I might just miss you. So obviously it's an hour flight time. We've still got 40 minutes plus turnaround. I think we'll be on the ground first. Cam says, can you explain the top of descent logic? If ATC descends you from 36,000 to 34,000 feet and you're within 50 nautical miles of your top descent, will the aircraft then not descend on its own unless you reprogram the box? Yes, so if you're within 50 miles of top of descent, it'll go into the full descent logic, and basically it will start descending at 1,000 feet per minute until it recaptures the profile. Now when you level off at 3, 4 or whatever step level, you can update the cruise level if you wish, and then it will generate a new top of descent point from that cruise level. Depends how long the level segment is, but outside of 50 miles it will just do a cruise descent and update the cruise altitude to the new level you set on the MCP. Hello Cat, goes yes lol, hello. Josh X, hi. Flight deck Simmers, Captain, if your departure is delayed, how do you catch up and save time to prevent delays? So as an operator we don't increase our speed or cost index, we just have to accept the delay. You know, this time of year and into the summer, the most common reason for delays are slots. So ATC generated due to airspace capacity. So all this week, going to Greek destinations, we had slots every single day. What happens is we still board as normal, we don't delay boarding, and when we close the doors, we can tell air traffic control tower at our departure airport that we're fully ready. How it exactly works, I don't know, but they send what's called a ready message, and that triggers something in Eurocontrol to say, look, we're ready, and you might get, usually most of the time you do, improvements. So let's say we have a slot in Munich and we had a slot at 1600 Zulu. You have a 15-minute window with that. So if it's 1600 Zulu, the earliest airborne time is 5 minutes before up to 10 minutes after. And it's like you cannot go over that. So if the slot's 1600, you must be airborne by 1610, absolute latest. 1611, they won't let you go. So we time, when we get a slot, we time our pushback to ensure that we're at the whole point at the earliest airborne time. And coordinating that's usually quite easy with ATC. Some airports are better than others. Sometimes in Parma they're not very good. No offence to the professionals at Parma, but it's just, that's a fact. Whereas in the UK and other airports they're very good at accommodating slots. Even ATC will sometimes advise you, yeah, look, your earliest airborne time is this, you know, aim to push back at this time, and you obviously adjust that. If there's a delay at the whole point, you'll push back a bit sooner. But sometimes slots can be generated whilst you're taxiing out. Unusual. Once you're usually on your way, they won't generate one, but it can happen. I've had to sort of be at a whole point and say, yep, sorry, you've just had a new slot, you can't get airborne, and you send a ready message, engines are running, and you might have to wait for 15 minutes. But we usually take a bit of extra fuel to accommodate sort of slots and delayed departures. Anyway, I've got off on one there. Let's start setting up this approach look. We're only 50 miles away, so top of descent, forecast winds. Let's fetch them from ACAR's request. Takes a while. What's that's going on? There we are, look. Beautiful. Having the more of 15,000 we'd go down to. Load, execute, winds are in, it's put inches of mercury, no problem. Landing on runway 35 3-5 today, so runway 35 will be a beautiful approach, VMC, so 10 mile ring, 4 mile ring, aim to go gear down flat 15 there. 29,000 feet, so top of descent's going to be around 87 miles from the airport. As you can see, yeah, pretty much coincides with top of descent. Tobias, hope you're doing well, buddy. 42 bubs. Going to have to go, unfortunately. Have a good flight. Thanks a lot for popping in, and hope you're keeping well. And I hope your sim racing is still going well, presuming you're doing that. So thank you very much for popping in. Right, let's have a look at this arrival. So we can double check the ATIS actually. Lima India Mike Lima. Seems to be the only airport where there's no ATIS. Huh. Oh well, definitely a landing runway 35 is the preferred. So let's have a look at this start. Starting at Lucille, routing via Lucille, we've got AFCOD 140 above. So this sector here, you can see 140, do not go below that level. And then from AFCOD to Unvib, it's a flyover for holding, but flyby no doubt if we're going straight in. At above 6,000 feet. Great. From the Unvib point, we're going to transition to Sorip on the extended centre line, then Foxtrot India 35 onto the ILS. MSA 9,500 feet all the way around, but we're VMC today, so we'll make sure we stay clear about it visually. ILS frequency 109.55, so we'll change the mode. 109.55 active. We'll put the Linate VOR on standby. I've flown into all the Milan airports except Linate. I think it's like a low cost. I was looking on Fly Radar. EasyJet were flying there. Italy Airways as well. 1225. Courses 353. Main threat here is the terrain to the north of the airfield. Good. Height check 3,000 feet, then we'll step down to... Actually, we'll intercept the ILS at 3,000 feet. Continue on course 353 to Mike Lima 704. Only a bit of a go around. Let's just step through this, guys, make sure we're happy. And also at Sorip, it says 200 knots or below. I'm just going to put 180 knots or below. Just help aircraft there. The aircraft's quite slippy. So yeah, we'll just set the minimums first. I've actually got Cat 3 on this runway, cool. But we can set the Cat 1 minimums 537. Happy Friday, hope you're doing well. Told Sammy. 537 is set. RVR needed 550 meters, no issue with that today. That's that top of descent point, 20 miles. But yeah, if I have to go around, immediate right turn because we'll hit a mountain. Climb 3,000 feet, 353 to Mike Lima 704 to be reached at above 1,000. Right turn, max 210 knots direct to 2 cos and hold. We'll hold there at 3,000 feet. The reason it's low because of the mountains is seriously congested airspace here. You've got Milan Linate, you've got Milan Bergamo, very busy low cost airport, and then you've got the Malpensa airport, very busy as well. So it's actually a lot of busy airports in a small space, so you have to be really on your wits there with traffic. Right, so yeah, we've covered everything on the chart. On the ILS, we've got RNAV holding functionality, no circle to land to the west, etc, etc. Great. Landing performance then. Landing 3.5 is great because we can just vacate Gulf straight onto the northern apron and taxi on to stand. So 2,400 meters, Gulf's going to be around 2,200. Let's do the landing performance. Bring up the calculator for you. So 3.5, flat 30 we'll try, reverse credit, yes, calculate. So that's actual landing distance of 1874 with order brake 3, great. Flat 30 order brake 3 will do. And we're going to burn 500 kilos, 64.5, and then we'll contact ATC. We'll use second detent reverse brake cooling, great. ATC says contact them, 3545. Also, unlike Microsoft Flight Sim 2024, the radio tuning panel works still in the sim, which is great. Milano, ciao, it's Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, flight level 290 inbound to ATPED. Three five four five five 35455. Milano, ciao, it's Alpaca 2 Mike Lima.
Ryanair 9081, clear direct Mike Charlie 7.
Oh gosh, my radio tuning panel's not working. Settings, push to talk, set, yes, I know why. So I was flying it. Oh, I didn't say anything because my push to talk button got stuck. Milano, ciao, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, flight level 290 at PED, request descent.
Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, Milan identified, clear the Lucille for Alpha arrival, expect the letter Zulu 35, descent flight level 190.
Descent flight level 190, and it's the Lucille for Alpha, let's Zulu 35, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. VNAV. Sorry, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, just confirm the cleared level.
190.
190 Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. Perfect, down we go. VNAV path. It was weird, it went VS, that was a bug, it should have done that. ATIS is now at...
Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, squawk 1000.
Squawk 1000, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. Beautiful. So VNAV path, we've got a slightly different logic on ours. We'd go VNAV speed if you're slightly high, but it seems to be diving for the path, which is fine, that's the old logic. You're hearing me twice, guys. Oh, you can, Simpe, yes, sorry, of course you can hear me on VATSIM, you're joining in on the sector. Simo, how's the iFly doing today? I picked this up fantastic, definitely.
Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, cleared the direct UVNIP.
Route direct UVNIP, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. Execute. There you are, there's the path diving. Now, this will stay in path. My operator's logic.
Yes.
We used to have this, but it now would go to VNAV speed and just fly your target speed. So we're going to go level change. So again, you know, I'm not being super critical of the iFly. It's probably some... Actually, no, I don't think there's any maxes with this logic now at all. I think all of the maxes have common VNAV to bring it in conformality with the 7800. Anyway, we'll go level change 290, and what we do at my operator is update the target speed to accelerate, and that will build a steeper path. 300 knots. See how the path's now getting steeper? That's very good to see. The way it updates though, it doesn't sort of do it like that. It blanks, comes back with a new calculation. You don't see it sort of instantly changing like that. So that's something that would be nice to see change in an update. Josiah, Captain, apparently I'm 300 kilos overweight for landing. What will be procedure? Hold. Burn it up. High drag. Oh, bit of turbulence. So 300 knots, around 900 feet above path. Just be aware of your cleared level. So we've still got 4,000 feet to go, so I could use a little bit of speed brake. Speed brake's very effective.
Descent flight level 160.
Descent flight level 160, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. Speed brake's very effective at higher speed. So there we are to the flight D10 position. Oops. A little bit of noise there. So you'll see the rate of descent increase with the speed brake, and as soon as we're back on path, we'll re-engage VNAV. Beautiful scenery, huh? Look at that. There's a few little weird ortho things, but we'll take it. Okay, coming back onto path. Let's go VNAV, and then when your speed is exactly your target speed, you can slowly stow the speed brake. Fong Ho, what's the steepest descent you've ever seen? 6,000 feet per minute, probably. Level change accelerating gives you quite... Ooh, there's a bit of noise there. What's going on with my thrust levers? Yeah, 6,000 feet. If you're accelerating in level change up to 350 knots... 320 knots, sorry. You want to be very aware of your cleared level and approaching your cleared level, because you can generate TCAS cautions and even worse, RAs. So welcome aboard if you've just tuned in, en route from Munich to Milan Linate. Very short flight, 50 minutes, probably shorter with the shortcuts given from ATC now. Be typical shortcuts as well, very realistic. Into Milan Linate, we're picking up football fans from Inter Milan to take them to Munich. And is it Bayern Munich playing, or is it just no? It's not. It's Paris, PSG, isn't it? Because the event's also coming in from Paris, but I chose Milan Linate. Reason is I've got the Jetstream design Milan Linate scenery.
081, descent flight level 9.
So I'm going to go check that out. Alright, seatbelt's coming on. It's got a nice cabin actually, this add-on. I forgot to mention. There we are. You got your Alpaca magazine. Interview with Otto, live as an autopilot. Is it Bounds that made this, wasn't it?
Sorry, over to 135455, easy 9A up runway.
Alright, easy. You can remove the microphone from your mouth. Luke, ever flown to Bergamo? Always a lovely approach in from the west. Maybe. Maybe I have. Maybe I haven't. Hello, Commie Topper. Can you show how to program the FMC to accelerate and climb at 250 knots, like as a restriction? Or should you use speed intervents? So how do you mean in the climb? In the climb, VNAV will comply with speeds, or speed windows closed.
To my Lima, continue descent flight level 130.
So flight level 130, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. And in descent. So for example, I go in the leg space, 300 knots is what it's currently doing. We've got 180 knots or below at Surob, so if you leave that in, see these green dots, that's the decel from 300 to 250. So leave it in VNAV with the speed window closed, it will comply with those restrictions, as long as you're on path and on speed. So there's a restriction on the SID have to take off to accelerate and maintain 250. Just leave it in VNAV. It'll automatically accelerate once the flaps are up. Busted minimums, I download Ortho tiles myself when using X-Plane, of course. This is Microsoft Flight Simulator, so all the scenery is obviously here.
Lufthansa maintaining level 360 inbound Pigos.
No problem, Tommy. Glad I could help. I hope I sort of answered your question.
Squawk 1000 and direct target Lufthansa Tugafinki.
Shavrox, I've got both those aircraft, Duke Stream or Comanche Stream. Could do. I'd like to jump into that Beechcraft UT again. I love that aircraft. But I want to fly Concorde again.
Radar, Alpaca 9 Sierra Bravo with
There's
you,
Simba.
descending to flight level 190.
Alpaca 9 Sierra Bravo, Milan identified.
Want to go. So what we can do is go level change, bring the speed back.
Flight level 160.
So we're storing energy in the aircraft for the further descent.
Alpaca 9 Sierra
You'll see
Bravo.
the profile start dropping below.
Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, descent flight level 900.
Set flight level 900, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. Oops. So that's set now I can accelerate back to 300
Direct Mike Charlie 761, descent flight
and
level
trade that 10 knots to get back onto half. We'll see, so it pitches down to 300, half will slowly come back, very slowly, to see how it is when it stabilises at 300. James, did you ever watch the programme Plane Spotting? I think it's on BBC 4 in summer 2019 when they were trying to spot many different aircraft from Eastman's, if I remember correctly. No, can't remember that at all. There's been so many airplane themed documentaries and films. Gaslam, you have been inspired to fly the bags. Excellent. It's a great add-on. It's just an NG with bigger engines and updated screens and a few other changes under the hood. It's a fantastic aircraft. Beautiful. I do love these.
Mike Lima, continue descent altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1020.
Descent altitude 3,000 feet, QNH 1020, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. So now because I'm in VNAV, it's going to manage the deceleration, so you can see it's commanded 240 knots. Set QNH 1020. Passing 11,200 for 3,000 feet, standby altimeter is set. Really nice, because the forecast pressure was in, there was no change in VNAV when we set the altimeter, which is great.
Alpaca 9 Sierra Bravo, descent flight level 150.
Aaron, I saw your DM, sorry buddy, I need to get back to my DMs on Discord. I never heard back from both, who was it, AMS and, hold on, wrote email, sent contact forms never applied. It's a shame because it would have been fun to get some alpaca models. I think they, you know, it's obviously their main business is making their own aircraft. Wonderful. Wow, 1 hour 8 minutes for first sector. That's really good. So very slow deceleration, showing on path.
Radar low, Unit 25 Lima, inbound Osco, flight level 330.
It's a great add-on, this, guys. Looks like we picked up the ident for the ILS as well already. For the ILS runway 35, it's India, Lima, November Tango. If I was to be very critical, the white diamonds here on the MPS scales for the localised glide are too big. They're not as... Present heading vectors ILS Zulu 35 Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. The diamonds are too big, they're a little bit small. 10,000, 3,000 feet. Check, so 4 pumps, lights. And logo, light is off, angle about 25, pressurization 3.8. Set. Imagine the cabin secure, recall. VSD on. Checks complete. So yeah, the VSD's modelled. You can see here all the terrain off in that direction. When we're on final, you'll see all the mountains to the north. It's really good for situation awareness. Stephen, this is a sort of feedback which are useful for devs. Yeah, they're too big. Stephen's enjoying the memories of making model kits and the cement glue. Revel, that was it. Revel Airfix. So under radar vectors now, track miles 33.99, we're below that, we're perfectly on profile. It's been a bit naughty here, high on speed, so we'll go level change 250. It's prioritising the path here and not the speed, of course. So by going 250, I can only pitch for that speed now with idle thrust. Simba, you've got the Wing EFIS and FCU for the first time, very cool. I might purchase this just for a review. We've discussed about using them in streams. The problem is, if I was using the plug-in CDU and EFIS, you'd never see how I was using the FMC. Great for you guys, not so good from a streaming point of view, but good to review.
Milan identified, expect ILS 035, descent flight level 160.
Expect ILS Zulu runway 35, extend flight level 160.
That's what our package is, great.
Lima, and just for their information, we're a little bit over our landing weight here, so we'd like to request...
that must be Josiah, needs to hold a little bit.
Roger, you can plan to hold over losing.
Okay, Roger, we'll plan to hold over a little bit. I'll pack
Love it. We'll
correction, over Uvnib.
That was big for
Uvnib, perfect, that's where we are. It's going to be busy in this airspace soon. We've got 3 airports opening for the event. So approach checklist, frequencies are tuned 10955. Checks. Rings are in 10-4. Idents are in for the ILS. Standby set. Course is 353. Approach checks complete. Oops, I've completely forgot about the 180 knots over low.
Alpaca to Mike Lima, turn right heading 265.
Riding 265 degrees, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. It's okay, it's roughly... The decel point's only ahead actually, to be fair. I'm slowing down a little bit too early. So a bit high on path here, so what we'll do, an introduce a bit of speed brake. Oh! See what I mean? These are the little bugs we're getting with the iFly. Oh, and then it's going back down again. I think it just got a bit confused around on VIB. See the MPS scales perfectly on par for that apparently. And we're climbing. So these are things that they need to tidy up. The autopilot would never command a climb in this situation. I've told it to descend in level change and it's climbing. Level change wouldn't do that. It'll level off at most, you know, but never climb. So we're on base leg, flap 1. 180 knots, we'll go flap 2. Speed check flap 2.
Ryanair 9081, turn right heading 260.
So, but yeah, all of Germany on ATC, that's what I planned. Yeah, I didn't want to have it all both sectors, it would be super busy. Flap 5. So yeah, look, level change, it's climbing. Should never do that. It's pitching for the speed, but don't climb to recover it. There it goes. 180 knots, flap 5 speed brakes, a really effective drag combination.
Ryan 9081, right heading 320, clear by left.
Yeah, so we'll have a look at this CSS 737-500. Might look at that tomorrow, and I've got the Dusseldorf scenery from MK Studios. Germany all round, guys.
Paka 90 Bravo, descend altitude 3000 feet.
So the path's going to come in quite nicely. Speed brake flat 5. Speed brake flat 5, 180 knots. Very good configuration to recover profile on base. Got flap 10 as an option as well. Track miles 24.6, perfect. Profile's coming in nicely.
Paka 5 Lima, if it's okay with you, I will keep you slightly
See
higher some more fuel.
the VSD.
That's no problem.
When we turn final, you'll see that terrain coming in. Beautiful day. So Glycer's coming in now, so we can stow the speed brake, start using vertical speed. Bit conservative with the descent, but it's always better to be more conservative.
Paka 2 Mike Lima, turn right heading 320, clear ILS Zulu approach 35.
Riding 320 degrees on the heading, cleared ILS Zulu 35, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. Beautiful, and then we could just use VS to finesse, my favourite term during line training. Credit sensing, arming approach. And by VS to finesse, you just simply adjust your vertical speed to stay on the white diamond. That's all you need to do. .180 knots on base. Beautiful.
Paka 9 Sierra Bravo, maintain present heading.
Paka 9 Sierra Bravo, maintain present heading.
Glide slope's coming in really nicely. We're going to localise a glide slope together, guys.
081, 11 miles from touchdown, confirm established.
Want to go.
081, number 1, contact Malpensa, 128.
Do you have an ATC here, actually, a tower? Oh, we do, 1184. Oh, it's gone. I've got the white diamond again. Localise a glide slope capture. That's what we try to do every day. 353. Mr. Approach altitude, 3,000 feet is set. Fully established ILS Zulu 35, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima.
To Mike Lima, Roger, 8 miles from touchdown, contact Linate, 118.4, ciao.
1184, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, ciao. Perfect. Beautiful. And with flat 5, idle thrust will hold the speed very nicely. The drag model on the iFly is very good. Oh no, tower. Ciao, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, establish ILS Zulu 35. It's Linate Tower, you
Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, ciao Linate Tower, runway 35, clear to land, wind 130 degrees for now.
35 clear to land, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima. This has been a very good flight. Short, snappy. Everything's worked very well on the add-on. A few little VNAV hiccups, little climbs and level change, which shouldn't do, but it's very polished, guys. I said before 8 out of 10, I'd give it an 8.5 out of 10. Maybe even 9 with this drag model. Superb. Completely closed thrust, holding the speed beautifully. Go to 4 miles, as I would be doing in real life. Walking, where can I get the manual left hand side? Can't teach it, but just go to the max. Alpaca Airways, top secret. Top secret. No wind in the sim, no excuses. Too easy, no engine failure. Beautiful approach. This is the Jetstream Design Milan Linate series. Very nice indeed. Great. 4 miles coming up. Gear down. Flap 15. Match speed. Landing. Checklist. Star switches are continuous. Recall checked. Speed brake is on green light. Landing gear, down through green, order brake is set, flap 30. VRF plus 5. Thrust is very aggressive closing as well in the iFly, wouldn't be quite as aggressive as that. Great, flaps, 30 green light, lights on, checklist complete, cleared to land. Let's match these thrust levers up. So at this gross weight, probably about 52%.
Approaching.
Auto throttle
3,
off, autopilot off with the iFly. I'm going to do that and then push that. Bit of a tailwind on the approach. Three reds, correcting. Thrust is very sensitive. Don't have to make many inputs here to small
400.
tiny changes. Smidge low, three reds. Try and correct that. There we go.
300.
Crikey, my thrust levers are
100.
super sensitive.
200.
Minimums seem really low. Have I misset my minimums?
Minimums.
Continue. That
100.
wasn't 250 AGL.
50. 40. 30.
Check.
20. 10.
Ah, very nice. Speed brake up. Reverses. Speed brake. Why is my reverse? Goddamn Microsoft Flight Simulator. Is it F2? There we are, F2. On reverse it is. 100 knots. Forgot the landing rate calculator was off, wasn't it? Yes. 80 knots. 60 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Milan Linate. Flight time 43 minutes.
Meters remaining.
There we are, steady reverses. Beautiful.
Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, locate right via Golf, Alpha, contact ground 121.9, follow.
Golf Alpha 1219, Alpaca 2 by Lima. Speak to you shortly.
Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, sorry my bad, ground 121.8, bye bye.
121.8, Alpaca 2 by Lima. Bye bye. 1218. Right, I'll just go off on Alpha. Oh, they've got all the frequencies on. I think I'll just stop here. I can't see where I'm going. Block the exit. Oh, this is the problem with desktop simulators. There we are.
1,000 feet, squawk 1,000.
Italy. Ciao.
Toronto 6 Alpha departure. Alright, 2 Alpha.
I'll just go left on Alpha.
Intercon 6,000.
Not on there.
Squawk 1,000. 9 Lima Mike.
No, Lima Mike, correct, report ready.
Perfect. Is that the sun? The sun Emperor.
9 Lima Mike.
Alpaca 2 by Lima. Ciao. Just vacated runway 35 Golf.
Ciao, Alpaca 2 Mike Lima, welcome, taxi stand 16 via Alpha.
Stand 16 via Alpha. Alpaca 2 by Lima. Perfect. We've got a remote stand. That's fine. We'll take that one there. In via Alpha. Got the GSX profile, so hopefully that will work. Stow the speed brake. Do a taxi and flow. Start the APU. There we are. We'll do some taxi and music as well. It's been a while since we've done that. There we are. Beautiful. Right. Transponder out off. Trim will reset. 4 units for the next sector. Deselect approach. Stand 17. Oh, GSX. Well, it's sort of half working today. It's going to be, I guess, North Apron. Yeah. Stand 16. No. Yes. Oh, yes, there's a guy on the ladder. That's super cool. Yeah, so the scenery looks very nice. There is the Emporio Armani. Is that some sort of aftershave? I don't know anything, guys, about that. Fully understand. I'll put my flaps up. Yeah, I did. Gonna shut down engine number 2. Well, we actually used idle reverse. Tighten the old wings here. Beautifully turned on to stand. Ish. There we are, straighten up. Really? Over that way a bit? Okay, boss. Tell you to turn left. Oh, there we are. Get ready to stop, guys. Gonna be inside. 0.2, that'll have to do. Right, parking brake set. I'll do the rest of the cleanup here. Right, that's all good, that's all good. Flight directors are off. 3,100, 100. Weather radar off, is currently growing a third. I was going to say something else, a third leg. Yeah. There we are. That can go to steady. And yeah, probes off. And we can shut down engine number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Milan Linate. Seatbelt sign off.
Start up on your
Right, just turn that down there. Seatbelt sign off. AP bleeders on. Oh. Right. What on earth is this? I mean, he... Oh yeah.
If you prefer to start up, only start up on your disc.
2000 standby. What else have I forgotten? Engine 1 and 2, N2. Just make sure it's below 20%. Yes. Anti-cool off. And close the flight on GSX. The guy's happy. There's request deboarding. GSX is now working. Right, chocks on. And connect to the lavatory servers. No. Connect GPU set. Great. And we can turn off the APU. There we go. And we are disembarking. Superb. What a sector that was. And the aircraft's in the transit shutdown state. So we've got obviously relying on the buses to get all the passengers off. But that was a really fun first sector. This is the Jetstream design scenery, by the way, for Milan Linate. Very nice indeed. Got this from the I think it was the Contrail store, I believe. But yeah, I don't know if it has a model terminal or not. Very basic one, yes, but very nice indeed. This is a nice little airport. It's got plenty of capacity. There's only 5 gates, I think, directly connected to the terminal. Otherwise, it's all remote stands. There's the Emporio Armani sign. Yeah, ILS one side, RMP the other. Very, very nice. And there we are, back onto our stand. Great, so now we're right in the VATSIM event. It's going to be a little bit busier. Should I take standard fly plan fuel for the next sector? Yes will be the answer. There's Simbear and his A320. Hopefully we parked around here. Alpaca's definitely taken over the base here. Effects of radiation from weather radar. Oh no, I know. Why 20% N2 for beacon specifically as opposed to M1? Well, the M1 value can change, Aaron, based off specific factors. N2 will ensure the M1's definitely below a certain speed. I believe that's the saying behind it, but we use N2. Can't be skip leg day, mate. Who do you think I am? I'm not some sort of gym junkie. I have started cycling a bit more now, though. But thank you so much for commenting on my stick-like legs. Appreciate it. Busted, hoping to join Alpaca VA soon. Very good. Completely free to join, of course. Anyway, let's just check New Sky to see how we performed. It's another 10 out of 10 sector. $13,000 made. Wow, profitable. Yes, only sips fuel the old Max here. Very nice. There was our routing. We'll run it again for the next sector. Fuel used is significantly lower than the estimated minimum. Well, yes, by a little bit. Comment. No, not the Marshaller. His arms are weird. Oh well, yes. Thanks for commenting on my massive legs. That's super strong. Yeah, I didn't really look at the Marshaller in detail. I was too busy looking at chat. We're good. $7,000 in alcohol sales, most likely. Well, we're bringing the passengers here. Yes, we'd best warn them to be on their best behaviour for our short sector back to Munich. Anyway, there's the passengers who have started disembarking. There they go. Onto the bus. I'll let that... Did that guy just duck down to get out the door? That was hilarious. Crikey, I think they're twins. Portly fellow. Now, oh yeah, look, they do a little duck to bang their head on the door. I love that. There we are. Oh, interesting crop top. I've seen him on many of my flights before. Very good, isn't it? And you can see them getting onto the bus. Oh, superb. There we are. They've escaped Munich because they don't want to watch the football. They've gone to Milan to enjoy the weekend there. Anyway, guys, I've got to have a quick break. What's the time? I was due in at, I said 1700 Zulu. I'm 30 minutes early. Super short flight time. 40 minutes was scheduled to be 50, and we're early. And I said we wouldn't be off block for another hour, but I'll take about a 10-minute break, guys. Come back at around 37 minutes past, and we'll turn around and have an early departure, go back to Munich, where we can expect some busier flying, a lot of inbound aircraft to Munich, so we'll mix with that lot there. Anyway, if you enjoyed the stream, guys, don't forget to like, and I'll see you back in about 10 minutes, guys. Ciao, ciao.
Boarding requested.
Hello. Thanks a lot for the intermission there. I was made myself a quick drink and I had some brownies. Getting married soon, so we're having some catering delivered. Some brownies delivered. We're having on a cake. I'm having a traditional cake. So, sorry guys, but I enjoyed the brownie quite a lot. And I'm a bit saliva. Sorry to crush you up, but I'm just digesting it now. Anyway, we've just had a quick break on this turnaround. We've done request boarding again, so we've got a full load of passengers, football fans that is, to take to Munich for the Champions League final tomorrow. PSG v Inter Milan. We've gone for Italian passengers, and we don't need a tug for this stand. It's a remote stand. Oh, GSX Pro's update. They released an update during this live stream. Interesting. But there we are. The passengers are on the way.
Bus is coming.
Darren, welcome. He says hi, Captain. Hi, all. Rare to get a live stream. Thanks a lot for popping in. Forza Inter looks like Lauren's Inter Milan fan. I don't really follow football, guys, but I'll bring them from A to B. There's an Airbus over there with the tiny little engines too. But yeah, thanks, Cobby. Yes, baby arrived first, only a couple of months ago, and here we are getting married this year as well. I'm every emotion: excited, scared, nervous, worried about my speech. You guys can help me write it if you like. Anyway, here's the lovely Jetstream design Milan Linate. We'll get the aircraft all started. We, again, as I said, don't need a pushback for this stand. We can just start the engines and taxi out. A lot of aircraft spawning in as well. It's going to be a busy VATSIM event. Everyone flying in from all three Milan airports, also in from Paris as well in the other direction, but it's going to be a lovely routing for us. Should I take standard block fuel? Yes, baby. Hello, Edo. Amala. Is that Inter Milan speaker? I'm not sure. Hope you're doing well, buddy. Ciao. I think I'm just going to take 15 minutes extra fuel, guys. I think it's just going to be really, really busy. In reality, I wouldn't, but I think putting a little bit of ATC fuel on this flight plan would be a good idea. So, here is our OFP for sector number 2. We'll keep the passengers as they are. So Milan to Munich, 4-4. Yeah, let's go 5 tons. That gives us an extra 15 minutes holding. 5 tons exactly. It's going to be one of those busy events. But German ATC are very efficient. They'll hopefully get us in straight away. And there's 2 runways. So anyway, performance, take the exact amount of passengers on the way back, full load. We just want 5 tons of fuel. Set fuel. Passengers, cargo, exactly the same as that sector, fully loaded basically. There we are, I've got the 5 tons on there. Pete, thank you, buddy. 54 months. It's not your speech you need to worry about, it's the best man speech. Yeah, I am incredibly worried about that. Very good friend of mine. He's a colleague of mine, another airline captain, and he's currently in the process of organising my stag do, albeit very late, and I've just told him not abroad, please, because of obviously baby and whatnot. I really don't fancy being shipped away dressed as a sort of. Well, I won't digress from the stream. So yeah, and somewhere not too far from home. So we'll just have to see what's not. I'll let you guys know how I get on. I'll be around for a few days. It's probably going to be just before the wedding as well. Anyway, I digress. Let's get the ATIS. Listen in. We've already got the new flight plan updated and reloaded.
07 hectopascal.
Here's Milan Linate.
You have received ATIS information. Alpha.
Alpha, perfect. A new ATIS.
This is Linate. ATIS arrival and
Linate.
Departure information Alpha at 1550. Runway in use 35. Runway conditions code 666.
Dry
Contaminant dry.
Very realistic.
Transition level 70. Wind 130 degrees.
Slight tailwind then.
Not direction variable between 060 and 210 degrees. Cav OK. Temperature 28 degrees. 2.14 degrees. QNH 1019 hectopascals. QF Echo 1007 hectopascals.
Okay, so 1019.
You have received ATIS information. Alpha.
Perfect. That is set. Back over to ground. So information now for new QNH 1019 is set. There'd probably be a special engine outset on this departure to a medium 180-degree turn due to terrain. I might actually quickly have a look at that.
Passenger's bus is
I
coming.
think my operator flies into this airport. Let me just see if I've got the engine outset information for this airport. So, oh, I do. Linate runway 35.
Ground Alpaca 9 Sierra Bravo, request startup.
Oh, that's
Alpaca 9 Sierra Bravo, stand 17. Startup approved.
Simba on his way already. So special engine
1019.
outset is 2 miles from the LIN VOR. So this is what we do in the event of an engine failure. 2 miles from this VOR. Make a right turn to the Trezzo VOR. Trezzo.
Number 1.
There we are. So when we depart, we make a right turn to that VOR and hold. Perfect. And we hold there 323 left-hand turns. Great. So let's initialize the new flight in here. So menu, initialize flight. We've got the weather, QNH is set, MFRA. We'll just set that to 1,000 feet above the ground, 1360.
Passengers boarding starting.
Good. I think they're coming in lots of different buses, aren't they? There we are. Passengers are arriving. Great. Stag doing Metropolitan Leeds confirmed. Las Vegas. 2 people said Las Vegas. Skeg Vegas. Brilliant. No. Should the chat not be invited to the stag do? How many of you are there? 220 of you? My goodness. Pass. It could be messy. Right. Lima India Mike Lima. So I'll get this verify position. Oh, it's got the wrong code in. So this 737-500 I'm going to get tomorrow then. Where are we flying that to? I'll do one sector if it's an initial flight. 500. Has it got any cargo variants or is it just passenger? There's not many passenger variants of the Classic.
Wings to Papa Lima, no push required. Only startup. The startup is approved. The QNH 1019.
Alpaca 4 Delta, Mike's the new. Good evening. Activate, execute, departures, runway 35. Oh, it's Italy, so it'll be some sort of transition, won't it? Oh, I'll get the clearance now. They have a transition then, as Sid.
Minimums, approaching minimums.
Gary, thank you, 13 months, buddy. As a member, dressing as an alpaca would be appropriate for your stag. That it would. Oh, goodness, but none of my friends would understand. Well, some of them would. Alright, maybe. Thanks, buddy. Some of them watch the stream and you'll be bad to reference, so don't give them any ideas, please. Please, please. Oh dear. What was the stand I was on? 16, I think. I forgot.
Alpaca 9 Sierra Bravo, taxi holding point Tango 1, runway 35 via Bravo.
Oh god, it's 28 degrees outside as well. I'm cooking my passengers, and I've not started you, Sky. Linate crowd, ciao, it's Alpaca 4 Delta by Stam 16, information Alpha 1019, a departure clearance to Munich, please.
Hello again, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, check now info Bravo, you are clear to Munich via the RUVAB 7 Alpha departure, Nesty 6 Alpha transition, runway 35, climb to 6,000 feet, squawk 1000.
Cleared to Munich on the RUVAT 7 Alpha, then the Nesty 6 Alpha transition, runway 35, 6,000 feet, squawk 1000, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, all's correct.
Perfect. Now, if only all controllers spoke like he did. In Italy, they're usually far quicker, and I always have to say, could you just repeat that again, please? Fantastic. So, we've got the RUVAB, 7 Alpha. So RUVAB 7 Alpha via the Nesty 6 Alpha transition, execute. So I just want to make sure I've selected these SIDs correctly. It looks like boarding's complete. So Nesty 6 Alpha. And then the initial is the RUVAB 7 Alpha. So we can deselect that. 7 Alpha, RUVAB 7 Alpha, pin that one. Great. Does it let me depin that one? I hate that Navigraph. If you select it in your SID, you can't deselect it. Anyway, we've selected RUVAB 7 Alpha, Nesty 6 Alpha transition, 6,000 feet. and the squawk was 1,000. Right, we've got a clearance. Just finished loading the FMC now. Just going to fire up New Sky again, guys. Get our V8 points here. How many Alpaca Airways pilots do we have now? 628. Guys, don't forget it's completely free to join Alpaca Airways. Get your score above. It's 7.5, I think. And you can come join some fun flights with us on the VATSIM network. Anyway, let's set up our next flight. So, free flight passengers, Alpaca Airways. Can I hear other aircraft engines starting in VATSIM? That's so cool in Microsoft Flight Sim. LIML, EDDM, B38 Mike. Departure, let's say 10 minutes. I'd go with 1700 Zulu, 30 minutes early. Book flight. Another full load of passengers. Start. Great, let's just finish off that FMC. It's just the arrival we've got to put in on the weights. So, Navigraph. So, departure arrivals. We're expecting 26. So, let's go with this Betos 1 Bravo via NAPSA. ILS 26 left if we're coming from there. It'll be a Bet 26 transition. So, where's the transitions here? Betos. There we are, that's the one we want. Betos 26 via Betos. So hopefully it looks like something here on the arrival. Many pages. Oh! Not sure about that. Deck Betos, so we want to go Betos direct DM 452. There we are. Perfect, that's what we want. Perfect. Right, performance 62 watt again. Reserves or alternates, I think was Memmingen. Flights, VATSIM Refo FP. Yeah, FMM Memmingen, we need 2 tons. We'll be keeping a close eye on that today. Surface wind, sorry, average and top climb wind's about the same. 321 at 24. We'll just use that. Top climb ice 6 degrees. Great, execute that. Performance then. Bring up sim brief. Operational flight plan. Welcome 619 Wilp. Great. That's a great flight plan takeoff. So it will be full length here, 2,400 metres, all optimum. We're going to put a 5 knot tailwind in. So 1705. That's worst case for performance. 28 degrees 1019 calculates. So that's DTO 50 degrees of full thrust. DTO, this one here, with 50 degrees assumed. 86.5, APU bleeds on. Takeoff is flat 5. CG is in. Set. Speeds. No improved climb speeds. 37, 37, 46. 37, 38. And then we just change this to 146. Beautiful. Set V2. 146 up here. Are you guys impressed how infrequently now I forget to leave the charts on because I've assigned it to a keyboard shortcut? Very impressive. Oops, I forgot to turn the APU bleed off, so it's come straight on, never mind. So that's all good figure, that's all good figure. Fueling's done. That's all done. Be a bit hot here. Oh, it doesn't turn like that in real life, but never mind. Turn it down. Cruising at 28,000 feet, sector 2. Elevation 1500, I think that updates automatically in the iFly. It's helpful. Flight directors are on. SID is all set. Been on. Have SID, which we'll brief in a second. Auto brake to RTO, reset sector 2, and the radio tuning panel's all set. Right, before we start engines then, let's just do a little briefing for the taxi and SID. So start the engines, no pushback required, right turn Bravo, Tango, can't go wrong really, well I can. Runway 35 for departure, and then we're starting with the RUVAB 7 Alpha, which is basically straight ahead, Mike Lima, after 850 feet, Mike Lima 462, 468, 2000, 3000, Rodru 6000, right turn RUVAB 105, so continuous climb, so that's why the, you know, you got these required climb gradients but they've given you the ground speed conversion, which is really useful. So we'll easily achieve 250 knots, 2,500 feet per minute. Just make sure it will. FMC will say unable next altitude. We can just go to max rate climb. Anyway, that's all checked in the FMC. God, did you hear the EasyJet go past? The sounds on VATSIM and Microsoft Flight Simulator of other aircraft are superb, so realistic. Like I said, guys, this is the overall best package for the entire experience. I think X-Plane I love X-Plane how aircraft handle, but it's nice to come back in 2020. It's so solid now. Right, press request engine start. Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, stand 16 request start.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike 16 startup approved 1019.
Start approved QNH 1019 Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Alright, that's on out off. Good, 1000 below the line. Packs off, ignition light on. Parking brake set, transponder is out off. Parking brake is set. Don't forget to remove all the ground equipment. So that'll be menu, system page.
208, taxiing point Tango 1, runway 35 via Bravo and Tango.
Disconnect the electrical power, set. And I'll get rid of GSX because I don't need it for engine start. Is there any option for engine start? It's just pushback, isn't it? They need to update that GSX too. So we'll just get rid of it. There we are, boom. Just make sure to close the doors. Doors. Close and close. Perfect. Thanks, cabin crew. Alright, starting engine number 2. Do the cones disappear automatically? I hope so. Hello, Professor Sand says, quick question, how do you set your seating position to 7.3? What is the reference point? So as me as captain, I like to sort of train, imagine there's a piece of paper at the top here, you want to see it completely flat on, not on the top or the bottom, then seat position for the FOs, right seat, you want it, actually, no, we're in a max, just, you want it so you can just see the lights like that, but sort of, your seat's a little bit further back obviously, here, so just adjust it until you sort of see the light that is at the top there. Right, Bode rotor motoring. I think it does take a little bit longer on the second sector. Because obviously, no, it doesn't take long at all. This would be a lot longer. And the EGT, the residual EGT from the previous sector would be a lot higher, around 150, 200 degrees. So Bode rotor motoring would take ages. You can hear the engine there. Oh, it sounds so realistic. Super sounds. Starting it out 2, 5, 7, 3, 2 stable, starting 1. The engine start sequence is very good. BRM, it's like it's a cold engine every engine start, that's all. Hello, well, God, I thought that startup was my phone ringing. Similar frequency. N2. N1. Bassy.
Okay, to Tango, taxi right on Bravo. Tango, holding point Tango 1, runway 35.
Takes it longer. There it goes. Motoring complete.
208, contact tower 118.4. Bye bye.
118 for ED bye bye.
I can't explain how loud that is as well. When I'm walking to the terminal, you can tell when a Leap 1B starts.
Buonasera, 051 uniform information, Charlie, request clearance.
Oh, Cooper, looks like there is a pushback function. I need to look in that. Matt says, thank you. Hope you're doing well, buddy. 42 months as a member. Thank you very much for popping in.
Clear to Nice via the Tulsa 7 Alpha departure with the Genova 6 Quebec transition. Runway 35. Climb to 5,000 feet, scope 1,000.
1-2 stable, good. No pin on the remote stand before taxi flow.
7 Alpha transmits departure to NOAA 6 exact transition runway 35, mission climb 5,000.
That's set, flaps to 5.
5-1 uniform, read correct.
Perfect, just turn the sim down slightly. Flight controls. Forward, back, left, right. Rudders, right and left. Back to centre, recall. Get rid of the expanded engine display. And then we'd read the before taxi checklist, which is complete. There's an Alpaca. What a beautiful airline. What a beautiful machine.
Delta Oscar,
MG.
startup approved, QNH 1019.
Beautiful. Alpaca for Delta Mike, request taxi.
Alpaca for Delta Mike, taxi via Bravo. Tango, holding point Tango 1, runway 35. Follow the company traffic.
Follow company traffic, Bravo Tango, and hold short Tango 1, runway 35, Alpaca for Delta Mike. Perfect, so following our colleague, Bravo Tango, and then Tango 1 is the hold point of 35. Always be careful with hold points, because Tango 1 might be on the parallel taxiway. You know, you can always be aware of where they are. Don't want a runway incursion. Right, do a quick config check. No config warning. Let's go back to Munich. Ah, an MD-80. Edo? Is that you? Ciao ciao if it is. Hasso, did I forget the probes? So, I always, when I do the before taxi flow, forget to do one item to make sure you guys are vigilant and acting as first officers, because you're all virtual first officers and captains. And I purposefully forgot to turn on the probes, so one of you could point it out, and you win, Hasso Basso. Thank you so much for spotting what I forgot on purpose. Yes. Yep. Yep. Definitely. Ciao, Edo. Beautiful MD-80. Our chief pilot on the MD-80 as well. There we are. Excellent. So, we'll get off the apron and onto the main taxiway, and then we'll do the before takeoff checklist. Can only be Edo. Edo is Mr. MD-80. There's a few Alitalia here. Uh-oh. Eurowings.
Stand number 8. Startup approved. QNH 1019. 1019 start approved. Star 51 uniform.
There we go. Maximum taxi speed is 30 knots in a straight line. Ah, 31. Yes, there we go. We were told to wait, but he's lagging now. I don't think he realised we were here. 31 knots again, exceeding maximum taxi speed. There we are. Hello, November 939, November. Oh god, I can't see where I'm going. I've been watching older videos where I use the PMDG 7.3 for FSX, and I was wondering about how to get it for FSX 2, since I only see it for 2020, 2024. I believe PMDG have discontinued their FSX 737, I think. I'm not so sure. Mario Kart, absolutely. I don't have the Mario, let's go anymore.
Taxi via Bravo. Tango holding point Tango 1 runway 35.
I know what I needed, was this. Well ahead of him now.
Continue taxi via Tango. Holding point Tango 1 runway 35.
Oh dear. So with the
Alpaca to Tango, contact tower 118.4. Bye bye.
Just put the tower freaks on standby. With the Max Elite 1B, you've got to watch your taxi speed.
Delta Mike, sim for you, tower on 118.4. Bye bye.
Tower 1184, thanks to ATC, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Good weekend, ciao.
Ciao, good weekend to you.
So, yeah, you just got to watch the speed. And when you brake, you don't want to just brake continuously, aka ride the brakes with carbon brakes. It actually provides more wear. So you sort of, unfortunately, because I only have brakes off or on as the option in Microsoft Flight Sim here. So you bring the speed up and then just apply brakes steady, let the aircraft decelerate, and then release the brakes, let it accelerate. That's the sort of way we taxi around. Robert, yeah, I hope to do that tomorrow. I didn't realise that was out. I would have probably have streamed that had I known today, but I might be able to stream that tomorrow afternoon, guys. I'm busy in the morning, but Joe's out with babysitting friends, other lady friends, ladies at luncheon, as I say. So I have got the afternoon free. I want to go on a bike ride, but yeah, I might look at that tomorrow afternoon, guys, about 3-4 o'clock if you'd like. In fact, I did say suggest any routes. I don't know if anyone put any in chat, but I'll subscribe to the aircraft this evening. Perfect, we'll check in with Tower. Linate, Tower, Chow, Packer 4 Delta Mike, holding Tango 1 runway 35, ready for departure and turn.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, Ciao Linate Tower, after departing company traffic point 7379 runway 35, line up and wait.
Behind the departing traffic, 737900, line up and wait behind runway 35, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
Approaching 36.
Hey!
Approaching 36.
No! Correct yourself. Probably it's now database. So we've been cleared after he's been cleared to take off to enter the runway.
EZ208 Linate identified, contact Milan 135.455.
I can't say how amazing VATSIM is. I just can't get enough. It's so realistic, guys. What was that airborne frequency? 135 something. 135. Oh, so many frequency. 135.455.
H3 Delta Oscar, Ciao Linate Tower.
Ah! I recognise that call sign. There he comes in his MD-80. Ciao. And the Eurowings we beat.
Ciao Linate, your number.
Good, we've been cleared to line up and wait behind. Michael, what are your thoughts on subscription-based aircraft add-ons? So, my initial main reaction is no. But let's say you wanted to. He's just put his takeoff clearance for entering the runway. Let's say you had some scenery on an aircraft like this, and you weren't sure. You could subscribe, spend a $5, and then I'm doubt. I should think you can unsubscribe and keep it for the month, maybe. I don't know, but I'm not sure yet. To try it for $5, and if you like it, to spend it. I think the top price is a lot. I think if they actually priced it sort of still the same price as Phoenix, so 50 quid or 60 quid, but still had the subscription-based model, that would be fairer. To charge, what is it, 120? That's barbaric for an add-on. So, yeah. Say if Phoenix or PMDG had a subscription base for £5 a month, I'd actually say that's quite a good idea, personally. But yeah, as long as it's not more than that. Yeah.
On runway 36.
So, I'd say overall, it seems to be a good idea if you want to try it. Crazy Suckers, if you try it for cheap, you can save a lot of money, but long term, I hope everything doesn't become that owned. Exactly. I think the option of being able to purchase it is good, but at a fair price, not £120. So Phoenix was still 50 quid, and you had the option of £5 a month. I think that's fair, but make it 120 to sort of force you to stop the subscription. That's a lot. Pay per sortie, or like, yeah, absolutely. So I'm sort of sat on the fence, really. But anyway, I'm going to subscribe. I'm not paying £120 for that on. And then if it's really good, I'll resubscribe. Anyway, wait for takeoff clearance, guys. The iFly, a superb add-on, guys. I cannot stress how good it is. Just a few quirks, but really, really good. You want to? Yeah, we've got you still cover. You're right. Shh. Shh. So just waiting for some separation, obviously, with the aircraft ahead. No doubt they're going to Munich as well. Well, got ahead of the rush. Airbus MD-80 Airbus. Real generation change of aircraft there. Draco, is the iFly ready updated to 2024? No, but I think it's coming soon.
Alpha 4 Delta Mike, please pass take off wind 130 degrees, 3 knots.
35 clear takeoff, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Lights on, checklist are, or is complete.
Papa Lima, departing traffic is appointed 37800 max, runway 35, line up and waiting.
Runway 35, line up and waiting.
Perfect. Stabilised, set takeoff thrust. 86.5. Takeoff thrust set indications normal.
82 Tango identified, contact Milan 125, decimal consent.
80 knots checked, release forward pressure.
Papa 82 Tango identified, contact Milano 135, decimal code 55, ciao.
V1, rotate. So the takeoff performance is very good, very accurate. Bit of a dead band, nice. Buzz ready to climb, gear up. Let's see what the flight directors do on this takeoff. Yeah, they seem to be better. The first takeoff from Munich, they were commanding a much lower attitude. They seem to be... seems to be better now. Still, we're doing about V2 plus, what's that? 25 knots. What's that ADP2, isn't it? Bug up. It's quicker to bug up like this. It's 1500 feet M1. Perhaps one. Seem to be a bit better.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike Linate identified, contact Milano 135, decimal 455, just
135455, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, ciao. Flaps up. Over to radar. I think that's the right frequency. 35455, yes. Milano, ciao, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. We're flying the Roof 7 Alpha, Nesty 6 Alpha, passing 3,800 for altitude, 6,000 feet.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, identified, fly heading north, climb flight level 200.
Heading north, climb flight level 200, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Barely holding.
Alpaca 82 Tango, confirm you're climbing 100.
There we are. What was the cleared altitude? Can't remember now. 200. So it's gone out hold, that's a bug. It should go to vertical speed. If you're in outer choir and you set the altitude, it should go VS. It's gone out hold, that's a bug. VNAV. It was 200 for the cleared level, wasn't it? So VNAV. Command A. Set standards. Passing 6-1, flight level 200s. Have to take off, check this. Gears up, water brake off. Start switches, air conditioning and pressurisation. Diffs 2.5, climbing. Set. Use the cabin.
Alpaca 8 to Tango, climb flight level 180.
It's a good shortcut. As long as you're fine with the terrain. We're under radar control, so no issue. Don't forget to put the weather radar on. This is for spacing with traffic ahead. Standard set 76200. Have to take off checklist. And rate of climb 4,800 feet per minute. Much higher than the required 2.5.
Climb to flight level 240, Lufthansa 9 Yankee X-ray.
Bye bye, Milan Linate. Look at the ground climb. Superb. So that was full thrust TO. Actually, the VSD you don't use in the climb, but you give you an idea. Look at that, see on the terrain, really well modelled. Passing 104-200. Lights.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, climb flight level 280.
On the heading, climb flight level 280, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Set 280, and that's our cruise. Check on the VNAV page, 280. Set 3 times. And make sure we're monitoring the international distress frequency.
Ciao, Alpine 3947 identified, climb flight level 200.
Alpine 39,
but not in the sim, because it'll be sort of mooing. There we go.
Passing 4,000 feet, please keep it.
So I don't know if this is a shortcut or spacing. I think we're going to get a turn east soon.
Alpha 4 Delta Mike, resume navigation direct to Ruvab.
Direct to Ruvab, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. It's spacing. Execute LNAV, engaged.
120, ciao.
Oh, awesome.
Holiday 83, Unicom 122.8, ciao.
122.8,
right. Condor 255.
I'm never a passenger, I enjoy the wing view. We're sat up front. It's great. Milan
Condor 255, monitor Unicom, ciao.
Actually, this is out the wrong window. This is where the Alps are. Look at that, guys.
Milan, you're in 3 Papa Lima with you.
Beautiful departure. Is that Lake Como over there?
Fly heading north.
I can never which Italian lakes are near Milan.
Fly heading north, flight level 180, you're on 2 Papa Lima. Alpine 3947, right, direct to Saronno, Sierra Romeo November.
There we are, so that heading was just to create some space in the traffic head. It's a good way of ATC dealing with it. Busted minimums, enjoying the view, very nice. Crazy Sarcasm called that turn suspiciously well. Usually, flying around this aircraft 15 years, you get an idea of what ATC are doing. You build quite good situation awareness. So you sort of anticipate what they're doing, and that's quite typical. PMDG5 pad above the
Cargo 9317, contact Oreo ground 120.
Yeah, the subscription system then. Oh. As long as you've got the ability to pay the normal full price and not an inflated high price, I don't see an issue with the model. But I'm not a fan of the inflated 120 quid. It better blow the competition out of the water if it was that price. But
Lufthansa 9 Yankee X-ray Padova 120.725, ciao.
Padova 120.
I have to say the turn simulation's very good. The way it turns the aircraft, very nice, and it doesn't overshoot the Magenta line too much. Just did slightly, but then sometimes the real aircraft does that. It's got a bit of a crosswind from the left here to deal with. Jeremy is very good. I never flew this aircraft, the 737 they had in. Was it prepared? I heard it was quite good, wasn't it?
From passing 3,700 for 5,000.
So we're sort of tracking along the Alps here if I bring up the charts.
Climb unrestricted flight level 100,
the Alps going east, then we'll cross it. So we've got a bit of altitude. I mean, we're above. I think the Mora is a bit higher on this sector than the previous one. Anyway, what's the ETA? Oh, look at that, on the hour, 45 minutes, 1 minute before. See how busy it is. How many inbounds to Munich, guys? You know exactly how to look at them quickly. Probably a lot. Munich's busy as it is, and Frankfurt. With a VATSIM event with 6 departure airports all inbound to Munich, it could be super busy. And I took 15 minutes extra fuel. We're already down to 4 tons. Still climbing. I think it's going to be busy.
Direct Sierra Romeo November, Unix 3 Sierra Uniform.
Milan, buonasera, Alpaca Delta Oscar, climb beyond the Ruva 7 Alpha.
Z out, moderator member.
Ciao, 3 Delta Oscar identified, clear direct Eltar, climb flight level 1.
Fong yelled at recently at Frankfurt, cried myself to sleep. Yeah, you got to listen carefully. Arrow, yes, I promise. Yes, I think you actually are the 50th time, Arrow. No, don't apologise, buddy. We'll look at that ASAP. I'm looking forward to it. I've not flown the Classic since the IXEG. It's the only Classic I've flown, and that thing is sort of abandoned, I think. It's
Run later,
not
very
seen
good
updates in ages, and it needs a lot of tidying up.
India Mike Echo Airport, holding point Alpha Bravo.
No worries, no worries. It's all good, it's all good. Tomorrow, guys, tomorrow afternoon.
Romeo Alpha 02685, Milano, runway 28, clear for takeoff, wind 110 degrees, 5 knots.
Runway 28 cleared for takeoff from Alpha Delta.
Beautiful. Maybe. I'm out all day Sunday, but maybe Sunday night I will do one of those overnight streams as well. Long haul.
Oh, sorry. Squawk 1000, this is the 192.
Simba. The German VATSIM controls are exceptional, but their tolerance is limited. It's not all Germans.
Uniform, climb flight level 180.
Yeah, no 400 right. That's probably the most built 737 generation as well.
240, Alpaca Delta, Oscar.
Milan Radar Ocean 40.
Great to see so many alpacas flying today. Actually, I wonder what the most popular airline on VATSIM is right now. Can we see that somehow? Have a look. I think I've got that VATSIM radar. I think it gives you all the popularity of the different airlines.
Direct bump to Ocean 4 Zulu Victor X.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, contact Padova 120.725, ciao.
120.725, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, ciao.
Milano, hello, it's our 51 uniform, 3,500, climbing 5,000. Sorry, Taro 51 uniform.
Speed 300, Taro 199.
Thank you very much. 300 road radar.
300 road radar.
This guy's really is quite quiet. Padova, Buenos Aires, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, climb flight level 280, Nesti.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, Padova, ciao, identified, welcome.
Okay. Perfect. Right, yes, more importantly, I was trying to see what's the most popular airline. How do you say it? Stats, airlines. Lufthansa, Speedbird, 123. Where's... Right, Ryanair can understand EasyJet, Speedbird. Oh, we're down, guys, we're down. It's not even here. Chadex, Jet 2. Is it even there? Are we even on this list? 57th! 6! We're in between Enter Air and Wizz Malta, a subsidiary of Wizz Air. I think it's the group flights, I need to check this. So we're the 57th most popular airline airports. This will show Munich. Munich, 120 arrivals! Crikey. That's insane. I wasn't monitoring level off at 280, excellent. Beautiful route. Do not believe the RxC is actually abandoned. I don't think so, Ryan, but when was the last time it received an update? I think it's been updated into X-Plane 12, then received one update in 2 years, 3 years, and last time we flew it, it had issues. The thing is, the foundations are really nice, but it needs updating badly. 2 years ago since the last update. 1.3 rings a bell. There we are. Crossing the Alps now. And top of climb, 86 miles.
When ready, descend liner 0.
It's getting really busy, guys. I think I'm just going to crack on with the approach briefing now. So, 250 below 100 with handover control. Forecast winds. Let's fetch. Fetching. Worried about my FPS when we get to Munich as well. Winds are in. We'll plan for 26 left because we're coming in from the south. 10-4.
Sure.
28,000 feet. So top of the will be about 94 miles from the airport. There we go. Let's step through the routing, make sure we're happy. Yeah, I'll unpin all this now because we don't need any of this.
And unpin.
There we are, just tidies up the pin board. So we're starting off with Betos, but we're actually flying this transition, the Betos 26 it will be called. Here. So Betos. There we are. So I'll try and get it all into view, the ND, the charts, and the FMC. So Betos, Delta Mike 452, and then you just send you downwind indefinitely, and they can vect you to any of those waypoints on final approach when they're ready. It's a sort of RMP point merge-ish. So very simple arrival, very common at large international airports now in Europe. But they don't have any of these points coded, it's just 452 direct to 459. So ATC can coordinate you accordingly. Eventually we'll get onto the ILS. So what I'm going to do is just join NELB, and prior to 459, if I'm still going there, I'll just go heading select. So 112, yeah, that's okay, we'll leave it as that. 45, sorry, it's a bit loud guys. Delta Mike 459, 7000, probably be very high. I might put myself. We'll see what AT is doing and then just ignore the VNAV path. But essentially that's what we're going to fly. Just turn AT down, sorry guys. ILS 26 left. So what about A3 for the ILS? Active.
La station calling, you don't have any flight planning.
Course 261.
Break. Easy 208, contact Munich, 132.455.
261. God, look at that contrail of that aircraft ahead, so cool. 261, can you see that guys? Or maybe it's just passed. Oh no, I've got that. No way we're chasing it. Frequencies, courses, minimums 1670.
132.455.
There we are, 16.
Yankee X-ray, contact Munich, radar 132.455.
Mention radar 132.455.
Lots of
Yankee X-ray, thank you, goodbye.
MSA, no issue. Routes direct to... say again, please.
Yeah, it's India Victor Kilo Alpha Lima. Just make sure I remember the last time in Italy you put the wrong direction.
Oh dear, right. I definitely got this one right. If Cal, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. I try not to cause you any extra work today. I remember that.
Hello,
yeah, I think this guy, I can't remember what happened. He gave me a waypoint and I went the complete wrong direction. Oh no. I'm on a dartboard of every VATSIM Italian controller, aren't I? Brilliant. I think it might be in chat actually. Sasso the pilot. Ciao. Thanks for double checking. MSA no issue Munich, 3,700, the elevation is 1,500 feet, so it's all flat. Onto the ILS we go. We passed an NDB, look, let's tune it, Munich 400, why not? Still have an NDB down there. An Airbus would have, even know what one of these is. There we are, it's tuned. Okay, missed approach straight ahead, 1 mile, median left turn, 1900 feet to later, 1 mile to the Ottersberg VOR, climb to 5,000. Great, right, everything's done there. RVR is 550 metres. Should be a nice long runway. We're not going to dive deep into the performance here. Look, 4,000 metres. We always check the OPT regardless of the runway length, but we're just going to expedite vacating to the right as soon as possible to help ATC. Busy event today. 300, 2.8 now, so 700 kilos to burn. 64.9 landing weight, flat 30, or break 3, nothing silly, but just vacate ASAP. And then we'll get lost taxiing in, vacate, we'll aim for Bravo 9, if not Bravo 6. Taxi on stand wherever there's a free one. Rest in peace, PC, as we get into Munich. There we are. briefing incomplete. Yamato, just saw the VATSIM radar. You'll have an A380 landing in Munich before you. Fantastic. Fonga says, have you ever been scared, I beg your pardon, of turbulence? No. The aircraft can take far more than what you think is severe turbulence, guys. I've had it once where it's been quite uncomfortable, and I was in the cruise and we've descended lower to increase the margins, but it was rough as hell. You know, altitude was fine being maintained, but you were being jolted in your seat. It wasn't severe, but it was continuous moderate, and it was fine. You know, you just get on with it, but you know, we just couldn't get out of it. Everywhere was complaining of ATC. It was actually pretty close to where we are now. Coming in from Greece yesterday, we had quite a lot of mountain wave off the Alps. The jet stream was coming from the north. It rolls over. You get these sort of oscillations in altitude, a couple of hundred feet. Rates of climb was 600 feet per minute, and the speed can really run up and down. So you just got to really ensure you don't get to a low speed situation. Thanks for subscribing. Quick Money Cash. Be careful, guys. Simbear, traffic is busy but flowing at Munich currently. Yeah, very German. Very efficient. See what happens when we get there. Just listen out for Alpaca 4 Delta Mike at all times. But we're all set up ready for the descent anyway. Beautiful routing. Full of football passengers.
Your Mach number?
Julius, what do you do in the real aircraft when the speed goes up to the red bar? That's a fantastic question. In the cruise, let's imagine, so we've got a good margin here because we're quite low. What would you guys do if we approach the clacker here? How would we recover that situation? Great question, Julius Richardson. 132455 Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Thanks again for the ATC. See you soon. Ciao, ciao.
Ciao. Itaro 1908, descent to flight level 150.
Wind's not changed from yesterday.
2 kilo Mike, descent to flight level 170 on conversion speed 300 knots or greater.
It's going to be super busy here. Super busy. Munchen, good day, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, flight level 280 approaching IVCAL.
Alpaca 2, correction, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, Munchen radar identified, good evening.
Hello.
Alpaca H2 Tango descends to flight level
170. Great, you've got it, guys. Not flying Irishman, panic scream, speed brake, yes, lower speed brake, nose up, no, you wouldn't raise the nose. You wouldn't disconnect the autopilot, do anything like that, just speed brake. Now, Gary Field has given an instinctive sort of input, and that's to reduce thrust or change your thrust. We avoid doing that in the cruise because the thrust recovery is very slow, and obviously the engines are producing a lot less thrust here. So if you reduce thrust to idle and then recover the speed, we'd be okay at 28,000 feet. But if we were up at you know, 38,000, 39,000, the acceleration is incredibly slow, so we just use partial speed brake. If you go into the clacker, it's not the end of the world. Nothing's going to break off. You just have to ride in their tech log, but the aircraft is capable of going way faster than the maximum Mach number 0.82. Give control back to the Airbus. CJ says use differential thrust and do a barrel roll. Brilliant. wait, yeah.
Do a barrel roll!
Every stream. Beautiful views. The livery looks really good with the snow in the background. White and blue.
X-ray descent to flight level 17, correction 150.
Descent to flight level 150 on X-ray.
Munchen radar, Euro, Super Lima with you, level 240. So, Super Lima, Munchen radar identified.
Fantastic, isn't it? Yamato, best and most comfortable for turbulence and long-range airlines with big wingspan, in my opinion. Yes, the larger the aircraft, the better at riding it out.
X-ray contact Munchen radar 120.780.
120-780 Lufthansa 9er Yankee X-ray, there was...
Rail next frequency, not sure.
Lufthansa 8 November Kilo contact Padua.
You must, someone screamed barrel. That was me. It was me. It's my soundboard.
Do a barrel roll! Do a barrel roll! Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, descent to flight level 170, speed 270 knots.
Descend flight level 170, speed on conversion 270 knots. Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, already converted. So 170 checked. We can tell the FMC we want to do 270 on conversion.
2 Kilo Mike,
execute.
just as in your flight plan.
And we can push out into vents. That will give us an early descent at 270 knots. So we'll go into the descent profile and descend at 1,000 feet per minute now.
Negative. The flight plan I have is Reno Mike 726 Kogol. Yeah. So
Alpaca always needs a bit of a refresh. It's fresh. That's a now modern. I love it. I think it's clean, modern, sleek. We've got some unique liveries out there.
Lufthansa 2 Kilo Mike, descent to flight level 150.
So straight away, 270 knots. This is coordination to ensure all aircraft are arriving at the same distance. Or he can increase spacing by telling the aircraft to head exact speeds, or 270 knots or less, 250, etc, etc.
Walker 5080, mention radar identified, low climb to flight level 310, proceed direct top, so.
Fair enough.
310, proceed direct top, so Walker 5080.
Was that an alpaca? Baby alpaca? Not sure.
Delta 947 speed 0.78 or greater.
Free scratch. I wonder if the VATSIM Linate controllers are better than ones in real life. They're very good.
Alpaca H2 Tango, descent to flight level 150.
Level 150, Tango.
Two short, snappy sectors. Sorry, no. Yes, this FSS, whatever. No, not FSS. This 7375. Where are we taking it tomorrow then? Where are we flying it? Oh no, I know. Maybe Dusseldorf, because I have this MK Studios frequency. Done a lot of stuff in Europe recently. Dusseldorf, but from where? Where should we fly from? Somewhere cargo. Kaitak. Not Kaitak. Capturing the profile now, we're past our top descent point.
Descent to flight level 170.
So get retard arm, staying in path as we capture. Sorry, crazy suckers. Belfast. We've got somewhere to Gran Canaria, Lisbon, Gran Canaria, I don't know where that is. Italy somewhere. Sorry, I've been asking you guys, they're not reading chat. That should go retard arm. Oh! A bit late, but there we are.
Descending flight level 300, speed Mach 77 or less.
Lufthansa 192 mention radar identified, hello.
Perfect.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, descent to flight level 150.
Descend flight level 150, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
Alpaca H2 Tango, contact mention radar 120.780, goodbye.
Anticipate that frequency change next.
120.780, Alpaca H2 Tango,
So that's the pilot. It's Ruggiero training. Yeah, I've not qualified on teaching the training there, but it's quite a tricky approach, isn't it? Grief pillow bite. The clip on the window frame looks perfect for holding your sausage roll. I think it's we don't have these style sun visors. That's what it's for.
Like
not for holding your sausage roll. So it's beginning to set as well. Oh, someone's just flying over the top as well. Superb.
Up on 3947, descent to flight level 170.
Dead mode, I know.
Speed
Mr. McPillowbite is a frequent visitor of these parts.
On 3947, and level 190 and converted to 200 where we have to be level 190.
Level 170, descent to level 170 and conversion 300 great.
So 300 greater, they're probably ahead. They need to just reduce the spacing.
cycling service now already.
So far, so good.
Stop now, please. I need you latest at undeck at flight level 150.
Thanks for these suggestions. I have to play through the stream. SKBO, very good. Oh, I still have those wind effect sounds. Microsoft Flight Simulator. Beautiful.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, contact München radar 120.780.
120780, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Choose.
Level 690 München radar identified. Descend to flight level 1.
Just turn the sim down slightly more.
Down to 170, Starway 690.
For the 2 kilo Mike, speed 280 knots.
280, Mike.
Dann X-Ray, contact München radar 123.905.
So busy.
Contact München radar 123.905 for Tanzan 9 Yankee X-ray, ciao.
The 159er descend to flight level 110, speed 280 knots. There's a 159er descent to flight level 110,
Home of the Lufthansa
speed
in
280
Munich,
knots.
isn't it?
With the 159er, descend to flight level 110 and speed 250.
Speed 280 knots.
280 speed.
The 2 kilo Mike, contact München radar 127.955. Bye-bye.
127.955.
Trying to check in, guys.
Direct 690, reduce speed 250 knots.
Speed 250 knots, Starway.
Alpaca 82 Tango, proceed direct Delta Mike 452, thereafter Delta Mike 459.
Proceed direct Delta Mike 452, then after that Delta Mike 459, Alpaca 82 Tango.
So the 159er, stop descent, flight level 1 to the...
Trying to get in.
There's a 159er München radar.
With the 159er, stop descent 120.
Thank you.
München, hello, it's Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, descending flight level 150 and Nina 270 knots. The silence, the silence!
Last session calling second.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, descending flight level 150, left turn and deck, speed 270 knots.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, München radar identified, reduce speed 260 knots, information Foxtrot.
Reducing 260 knots, listen Foxtrot, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
With the 159er, contact München radar 127.955.
See what that does to your path. It's commanding 260 already. Should change the path slightly because it was a lower speed, but
Was it for visual
interesting, hasn't changed
Can you please
at all.
repeat again the frequency?
I affirm you have to pay attention to the frequency. I can't call you twice every time.
Oh no.
127.955.
I can't look at chat, guys, I can't look. He's forgot the...
127.955. I am sorry, apologies. Visual 159er.
No worries. There were 600 descent to flight level 157.
Captain Phil, are you sim brief? Free scratch house, summer rosters.
Alpaca 82 Tango, descend to flight
Operator
level
for non-trainers
110.
out of interest. It's a bit quieter than last year. I haven't, for example, this week flying
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, reduce speed 250 knots.
250 knots, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Just keep an eye on it, because path, remember, doesn't prioritise speed, only prioritises this, so we just might have to add thrust or add drag to keep the speed on there. So I'm just going to do a little bit
Alpaca 4
of...
Delta Mike, cleared Betos 26 transition.
Betos 26 transition, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
There were 600, I don't know if I already tell you, but cleared Betos 26
Just get
transition.
back onto 250.
No, but usual Betos 26.
Yeah, a bit quieter. No line training this week's been great, but we are doing a
Alpaca
little
82
bit.
Tango,
And
contact
it's going to pick up
München
very
radar
soon.
127.955. Bye-bye.
127.955, thank you, bye-bye.
And Alpaca 82 Tango, confirmed speed 270 knots.
Captain Phil, is it necessary to have a Navigraph subscription? Not for the flight planning. SimBrief's free.
München radar, Eurowings 2 Papa Lima with you.
I'd highly recommend a Navigraph subscription.
Papa Lima, München radar, hello identified.
Not affiliated with Navigraph at all, but they are fantastic. Proper charts, the graphic planner as well. The thing I use during the stream. This is really useful.
The 264 mission radar identified. Speed 270 knots information.
So we've got a 130 below restriction, but we've only been cleared to 15.
Cover 690, descend to flight level 120.
120, Tower 690.
You're ringing to Papa Lima, was it 260 now?
The wings to Papa Lima, mission radar identified. Cleared Betos 26 transition.
Interestingly, the path is staying on profile. Why is it doing that? That should be going lower because it's Betos 130 below. We're level of 15, but it's not changing. That's a bug.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, descend to flight level 110.
So flight level 110, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Now it's gone VS. This is a bit buggy.
Proceed direct Delta Mike 452, thereafter Delta Mike 459.
Proceed direct Delta Mike 452. And
the path is not commanding 130 below at Betos. There it goes. Look at it go. Whee! This isn't as good as PMDG. PMDG's VNAV is pretty solid. So its path is a bit slow to update. So we're gonna struggle with this restriction just about. I can use a bit of speed brake or get back up path that way. But I've got to go level change because I must maintain 250. We don't have common VNAV with this iFly. So it's generally quite good, the VNAV path. Once you're on path, it's pretty accurate, but a bit quirky sometimes with restrictions.
Reduce speed 250 knots.
Just about make the Betos restriction just.
110, you're on 2%.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, contact München radar 127.955.
127.955, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Good luck. I didn't miss a single call, guys.
Mr. Papa Lima, rate of speed and 1,500.
Right, back on path. Now look at the VNAV path. Now I'm back on path. It's like glued on, even though I was descending through it. It's a bit unusual. Just little things like that with VNAV.
The 264 descent.
Okay, 2 Tango descent to the bananas.
Bit of fixing, you know.
Level 9 is 0 expected.
I'm just going to set level change for a second. I want to go.
November 5 to 5, Papa Delta, contact München 133, decimal 550.
It's just PMG never let me down, almost no books, very solid now.
159, descend to altitude 7000 feet, QNH 101.
It has been out for a long time with lots of fixes. This has only had, what, 3 updates since release?
Lufthansa 9 Yankee X-ray, arrival 132, decimal 305, call
132, 905, Lufthansa 9 Yankee X-ray.
The 2 Kilo Mike, contact arrival 132, decimal 305, call San Oli.
12305,
Radar hello, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, flight level 110, Delta Mike 452, speed 250 knots.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, München, radar service identified, expect 26 left.
26 left, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, we've planned that. Great, 110 level. I think the FPS, it's loading in Munich and all the aircraft, guys.
Descend to altitude 7000 feet, QNH 101.
You can see the FPS is dropping off.
1000 feet, QNH 1.
So now VNAV's putting me getting lower and lower.
With the 159, reduce speed
no,
to 20.
I'm not sure about that.
20 knots. With 159. Okay, 8 to Tango, reduce speed to 20 knots now.
Reducing to 200
Really concentrated. There's Munich anyway.
München radar service, Delta Charlie Foxtrot Roman Tango, passing 3500.
Super busy here, guys. Super busy.
First Skyway
69 there.
Reduce speed to 20 now, descend to flight level 9
Done too many flights into Munich recently. It's like the second stream in 2 weeks.
Alpaca 8 to Tango, descend to altitude 6000 feet, QNH 101.
Right, we're going quite far downwind here.
With a 159,
what on earth is it doing there? Like, this is a bit weird. What's LNAV doing?
132.305 with a 159, ciao.
Not sure.
Charlie Fox, Romeo Tango,
might have to extend the centre line on return base.
Yes, flight level 100, Delta.
This person's quite high, look, 1200 feet below me.
Tango in contact, radar on 133,
Might be going quite a long way downwind here.
133, 550, Delta.
At least the weather's perfect.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, descend to flight level 9 as well.
Descend flight level 90, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Vertical speed, I think. 1,000 feet per minute.
First Alpaca 82 Tango, contact arrival 132, decimetry 05, call sign.
These two are quite close.
132, 305.
It's about 4 or 5 miles separation there.
Mention radar, hello.
Hello.
Winter radar, you're in 2 Papa Lima with you, flight level 110.
Okay, PC's holding in quite nice. There's a lot of aircraft
Papa
out
Lima,
there.
mention radar, hello. Turn left heading 350.
It's the sim world updating scenery. Obviously we started the day there. Not bad for a 2-sector stream, guys. Streaming for 2 hours 46 minutes. Usually that's about 4 hours. Just do the post cruise.
264, descend to flight level 9
pumps, lights.
Want a correction, 2000 feet per minute update.
Angle about 25, pressurization, 4.0 set, belts on, recall. VSD for Jim.
To Papa Lima, continue left heading 310.
Classic 310, you're wings 2 Papa Lima.
And our wings to Papa Lima, reduce speed.
Time for a 3rd sector. Oof. One day we'll do a 4-sector day. It would have to be sectors like this though.
690, descend to altitude 6,000
I need 8 hours. 7 8 hours.
2000 feet per minute update.
Yeah, this is broken. Look at this magenta line. Look, it's sort of flicking between the two. It's a bit weird.
690, Roger, 180,000 there. Okay. Let's go with 690, we will manage.
Downwind.
690, Roger, then call arrival 132, decimetry 05, call sign only.
Beautiful.
Arrival 132, 305, call sign only, service 607.
Hello, Departure Hotel Zulu, Hotel Bravo, Bus 5000, climbing flight level 070.
First, our wings to Papa Lima, turn right, heading 09, correction 070.
Come on, just seeing this airport always gives me nostalgia. My last year trip to Japan was bounced from here, my connection flight. Very cool.
110,
Airborne 3947, mention, radar, reduce speed to 50,
just keep it at 250 knots.
Descend to flight level 100.
I'll see that traffic ahead of us.
descend level 100.
Lufthansa 262,
It's only 5 miles.
correction 264, expect 26 left.
Path's going back, but obviously that's not based on us doing this full loop.
First, our wings to Papa Lima.
We're going to go quite far downwind, I think, so we're just going to go heading select before we turn.
080, you're in 2 Papa Lima.
Lufthansa 264, now reduce speed to 20 knots.
Reducing speed to 0.
Oh, another thing in Munich, it's automatic changeover to ground as well.
Point 3947, descend to flight level 9 at 1000 feet per minute, okay.
So don't worry so much about the path, we've got to maintain 250s, the assigned speed, but look, we're going to go quite far downwind here. This traffic's all the way out here, it's that busy.
Yes, I call you. First, our wings to Papa Lima, increase speed to 40 knots.
Speed 240 knots to your wings 2 Papa Lima.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, descend to altitude 6000 feet, QNH 101, 2000 or greater.
Said 6,000 feet, QNH 1021, 2,000 feet per minute or greater, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. 6,000
Alpaca
feet.
4 Delta Mike, first, before descent, reduce speed to 20 knots.
220 knots, then we'll start descending 2,000 feet, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
Lufthansa
2,000 feet per minute, bad altitude, bad altitude. 220 knots, he wants the speed first, so QNH 101. 1021. 1012, error. This will be quite tough in the max. 220 knots clean. I'm going to struggle to do 2,000 feet per minute, but I'll try. Speed brake's extended, but the speed will run away. This is the best I can do. 32305 call sign only, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, bye. Right, get ready to go, heading select. To be fair, speed brake 220 is going to be what he wants. I don't expect it to be quite as good as that.
Expect 26 left.
Speed 200,
Alpaca 8210, speed 200. Speed 200, day to Tango.
Yeah, there you go, that's more like it. 220 knots, 1650, best I can do. I'm not going to start bringing the flaps out, nowhere near landing yet. Right, I'm going to go heading select now.
With their 159, cleared LS 26 left.
Clear LS 26 left with your 159.
283.
Alpha 4 Delta Mike, hello, speed 200 knots.
200 knots, Alpha 4 Delta Mike. It wasn't me.
264, hello, speed 200 knots.
So, yeah, speed check, flap 1.
Alpha 2 Tango, left heading 320.
Left heading 320,
yeah, it would slow down a little bit.
Tower,
But I can't, it's hard to do 2,000 feet per minute and
Tower 120
speed
505.
restrictions.
9 Yankee X-ray, vielen Dank, ciao.
With your 159, turn right heading 290 to intercept.
But the speed's more important for spacing. There's the traffic ahead, I
Right
just saw
heading
them.
290 is off runner.
You can see them. You can't see them if I zoom in, but if you zoom out, you can. Interestingly. God, it's gonna be. Look at this. We're out on a 19-mile final. I won't do a replay for this one. Just gonna. Oh no, actually, I should know. Flight recorder should work fine, shouldn't it? We will do a replay.
Alpha 2 Tango, turn left heading 300, intercept localizer 26 left.
So left heading
Yeah,
300.
flat 1,
localizer 26 left,
1450
Alpha
feet per minute.
2 Tango.
That's all I can do. So we're going to extend the centre line now. We're using LB. So press that line select key 1 left, intercept course, put 261, 261, execute. It's drawn an indefinite magenta line now for the localizer. There are still speed break.
Heading 290, you said.
No, I said 290 and you cleared the islet. Turn now left heading 230 and intercept the islet.
Uh-oh. Spitfire, yeah, in Europe, and the Germans like VS requirements in climate descent. Get it quite a lot.
690, left heading 310.
That's 310, damn it. 600.
Zero wing, Super Lima, with you. You're in Super Lima, low speed 200 knots.
That traffic on final.
200 knots, you're in Super Lima. Driver 690, descend to 5,000 feet.
5,000 feet.
Can't see them, they've just passed us. Or no, just to beam us almost now. Let's see if we can see them from the window here. Yeah, it doesn't get this much traffic in Munich.
Mike, tower 120505.
12050502.
Choose. 25 miles out now, guys.
Alpha 2 Tango, clear the RLS 26 left. Speed 180 knots, maintain until 7 miles.
So far downwind.
Can you repeat the speed?
180 knots, maintain until 7 miles.
180 knots until 7 miles.
There's going to be secrets behind this guy. How are they getting the departures out? We've lost the RLS.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, left heading 345.
Left 345 degrees, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
Direct 690.
Interesting, there's traffic there. There's 1,000 feet below us. Might be going on the other runway, I suppose.
Running localizer 26 left, direct.
I will follow his instructions to the letter.
With their 159, speed 180 knots, maintain until 7 miles.
Speed 180 knots.
Are they going for 26 right?
Yeah, maintain until
Can you see them
7
guys
miles.
there? Look.
And maintain until 7 miles, Vision of Fernandez.
You're into Papa Lima, descend to 5,000 feet. 5,000 feet, you're into Papa Lima. Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, descend to 5,000 feet.
5,000 feet, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
You're into Papa Lima, turn left 5 degrees.
Keep 1,000 feet per minute.
degrees, you're into Papa Lima.
Which arrival stable 739 on the limit.
Alpha 3947, hello, speed 200 knots.
It's going to be tight with that aircraft ahead if he's on 26 left. Well, maybe not.
Descend to 264,
Might have actually done it perfectly.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, turn left heading 290, intercept localizer 26 left.
Left 290 degrees on the heading cleared, intercept localizer 26 left, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
With their 159 from the tower.
Microsoft Flight Simulator, the localizer's not in range here, so I've extended the magenta line, and I'm just going to, when wings level, go LNAV and intercept it that way. That's how we intercept non-precision approaches under vectors. That's just a limitation in the sim. So when the wings are level, go LNAV. There are LNAV. And it's now turning to intercept the localizer. Well, it's not the localizer, it's the magenta line, which is the same. Right, that traffic is 4 miles ahead, so hopefully they won't slow down too much.
Arrival Lufthansa 192.
So just keep an eye on the indications when the localizer and ILS come back. Okay, missed approach then. Likely today.
Alpha 4 Delta Mike, speed 180 knots, maintain altitude 7 miles.
180 till 7 now, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
Lufthansa 264, speed 180 knots, maintain until 7 miles.
Look at this.
Lufthansa 264, turn left heading 300.
Oh, that's crazy. Missed approach, 1 mile, left turn to Ottersberg, 5,000 feet, which is our current altitude.
Skyway 690, speed now 180 knots, maintain
Don't use
7
FS
miles.
Realistic Cessna pilot, it's just stock at Microsoft Flight Sim.
Alpha
There we
Bay
are.
2 Tango following. Disregard.
So
Transfer
localizer
tower
live
120,505.
is put us slightly left of that, so alarm 4 lock.
5 into Tango. Thank you, bye-bye.
There we are, localizer
Alpine
capture
3947,
261.
5,000 feet.
There you go, look at this guy. This is some serious amount of traffic on VATSIM.
Your wings 2 Papa Lima,
Serious
left
amount of
010.
traffic.
Left 010, your wings 2 Papa Lima.
Look how well they're dealing with it. It's crazy. Fingers on togas, always. So 180 till 7. We're still 22 miles out. The traffic's about... It's okay, 5 miles. That's more than sufficient spacing. He's actually done that perfectly. But, aircraft on
192, speed 200.
26 right, 26 left. Got all the aircraft over here as well. It's
Your wings 2 Papa Lima, speed 180.
so busy.
Speed 180, you're on
But all under control because the German controllers are very good.
Your wings uniform hello.
How much fuel have I got? 2.9, 2 tons for Memmingen. I'm glad I took that extra 600 kilos. Yamato, I have
confirmed intercept. Oh, yeah, no, yeah.
at A330 behind. Oh, they're faithfully behind.
Your wings 2 Papa Lima, for your information, you will slightly overshoot the ILS for about...
Oh yeah, there's a big boy.
Sorry, 2 miles.
Seems to be closing in. He can eat my wake.
Number 264, cleared ILS 26 left, speed 170 knots, maintain until
Well
8
done,
miles.
Sinbet. On the ground, brakes slightly warm, but otherwise uneventful. That's how you want every flight to go. Boring. Boring flights are the best.
Your wings 2 Papa Lima, left heading 285, cleared ILS 26 left. Left heading 285.
Perfect. So 18 miles, 5,000 feet. Local ILS glide slope coming very soon.
Left turn 250, right turn 3947.
Skyway 690, tower 120505.
That guy ahead's definitely keeping 180 knots because he's staying the same distance. That's great.
Your wings Sierra uniform center 5,000 feet.
Center 5,000 feet, your wings 3
Beautiful. Alpaca 4 Delta Mike localizer established. Confirm sim with the ILS.
My bad, you cleared the ILS 26 left.
Good, 26 left, thank you. Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Approach.
Alpine 3947, speed 180.
Speed 180, Alpine 3947.
So usually,
192, speed 180.
when they clear the intercept you the localizer, that means the localizer only. You can't descend on the glide slope until they clear you onto the ILS. That's something they can capture out sometimes. But 80 aren't there to capture out, it's just sometimes they need you to maintain your altitude for crossing traffic.
Alpine 3947, left turn heading 300.
That traffic about just under 5 miles ahead, that's okay. 3.5 is where you want to start thinking about configuring early. Traffic on 26 right.
AFM 26 left. Eurowings. Actually, you are not turning.
We want Munich South Tower next.
Try again.
Glide slope alive. Already at flat 5.
Going to Papa Lima, cancel the approach, turn left heading 260.
Eurowings causing trouble.
Left heading 260, Eurowings to Papa Lima. Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, tower 120505.
10505, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
Eurowings to Papa Lima, turn left heading.
Okay, to take expect take clear with the
So ground frequency automatic changeover. That'll be ground south. 121830.
265 for takeoff, expediting runway for Tango Romeo.
So traffic, 180 knots till 7, don't they? There we are.
159, contact ground 121.
The controller's very quiet. I say capture missed approach 5,000 feet set.
Visual 159, please repeat once again.
121.830.
See how quiet the controller is compared to the other traffic.
Alpaca 82, Tango expect stay clear.
118.
Controller's super quiet, I can't hear him at all.
It's only territory to Tango.
Tower, hello, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, ILS 26 left, 180 knots, still 7 miles.
Hello, number 4.
Number 4? 10 miles, number 4. Oh, where's that A330? There they are.
Okay, to Tango, clear to land.
They're coming up fast.
Let's land into Tango 52.
Runway 84 Tango, thanks for cooperation.
Right, that traffic's actually okay. 1400 feet, top tip, I was told years ago when I was training.
127
On a 3-degree ILS,
thank you, good day, runners. Romeo.
when they get within 1,000 feet, that's when you need to start really thinking about slowing down, because it's going to be tight. So, sort of 1300. So he's keeping his speed up, that guy had, which is great. I don't want to slow down until 7 miles, so that's what my clearance is.
2,500.
And we're not clear to land, obviously. Number 4. What, I think the aircraft vacating. I think we're about to come number 3. Yeah, we're number 3. Alright, 7 miles. I'm bugging the flat 10 speed. Speed brakes hard. I'd love to know. Just reducing to 172 knots. Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
Reduce the final approach speed, increasing traffic level 320 is 3.5 miles ahead of you.
Final approach speed, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Get down, flap 15, flap 25. And below 175, flap 30. Landing checklist, start switches, continuous, recall, check, speed brake, arm green light, landing gear down to green. Auto brake is set to 2-3, flaps 30 green light, 30 green light, wait for landing clearance. What do you reckon, guys? Land or go around? I think he's alright.
For Terminal 1 and auto switch ground.
And we're gonna expedite vacating ATC to help them out as soon as possible. So I might just go max weather braking. Because why not? No boga today, guys. Got to help these guys out as much as possible. Oops, forgot to set QNH here. My bad. 1021. Alright, he's over the threshold. I think this is looking good. Where's that A330? Yeah, he's close. We'll do what we can. Waiting for landing clearance, but disconnecting. Alright, my airplane. Oh, yeah, cam coming on. Ah,
Approaching 26 left.
wait, 26 left, clear to land. We'll cut Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Great. No delay, so we'll land as soon as possible. Help out ATC. Yeah, 500 feet. Get right behind that aircraft. Oh, C380's there. Ooh, spotter's dream here at Munich today.
Tower, very good afternoon, Lufthansa 832 Whiskey in sequence.
What's going on with the barrow minimums being... Oh no, it's about 200 feet, fair enough. Fair.
200.
Just below.
Minimum.
Continue. Speech high.
100. 50, 40, 30, 20,
Go.
10.
Tower, servus, ein wunderschönen
Oh, a
guten
bit
Abend.
for speed brakes up.
Whiskey, Bravo 10, ready for departure.
Oh, gosh, my reversers aren't working again. We'll take this exit. 100 knots. 80 knots, max manual braking. 60 knots. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Munich. Our brakes are on fire. Oh, my FPS. There we are. I could have got flat 40. Perfect. Over to ground automatically, guys. And that is 121830. I wouldn't have done that in real life. And I know you guys crave realism, but there's an A330 driver behind me. I don't want to upset him.
Lima Alpha contact, Tower 120.
Eating the headrest.
Tower 120, Lufthansa.
Every exit made, no problem. Right, just need to contact ground, but I want to keep moving because I don't want to block the wrong way either. Ground, hello, it's Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Just vacated 26 left, Bravo 11.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, ground, hello, taxi Bravo 7, hold short Sierra.
Bravo 7, hold short Sierra, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. So that's over to the right.
My first 25, München ground hello.
Hold short of Sierra, so basically just right behind this aircraft we're holding.
Text holding point runway 26 left, Sierra Bravo 14.
There we are. Oh, superb flight. Yeah, my landing rate was -5. I don't know if that came up. God, we're not done yet though. Flat 5. I have to say my PC is doing alright, guys. Massive international airport. Munich. FPS is no issue. Supercomputer. It's nearly 4 years old.
Victor, Frankfurt, München ground hello. Taxi tolling from runway 26.
Cabin was secure for landing, we'll imagine. There we are, taxi inflow's done. That guy's been stuck there for a while. Super intersection.
Victor, hold position. With 159, why are you taxing into Sierra 6? You're supposed to hold short of Sierra 6.
Where's there? What are you doing?
With your 159, my mistake. I am really sorry. I saw the holding point here with your 159.
Cause carnage. Oh, you guys. 5 on the Richter scale, 5 injuries, please let me out of the galley trolley. 5 what? What did I say? I don't even know what I said. 5 what? I can't remember what I said. You guys are horrible. Horrible!
With a 159er, next time pay more attention, contact ground on 1-to-1 with the Milan Linate 30, bye-bye.
1-to-1 930, bye-bye, my apologies with the 159er.
Let's not upset German controllers.
Lufthansa 264 seconds.
We're almost blocking the runway exit point.
Lufthansa 264,
I don't have the brake temperature monitor, but I think it'd be rather hot right now. Where's that guy's getting an earful today? Yeah, I know. Well, my clearance limit was to hold short of Sierra, so basically hold at Bravo 7, which is where the yellow plane is. Unidentified livery. There's an alpaca hopping its way down. There's a bit of a congestion here. It's very quiet on the frequency as well. What's going on? The Germans would be sorting this out usually with ruthless efficiency. But at the moment, Wizz Air is stopped. Air France is stopped over here. Carnage! Andy, if you're going to get told off, always sounds better in a German accent. There's the 330. Excellent.
Munich ground, Delta India Echo at Siret.
Delta India Echo München.
Well, all we've got left to do is to understand and conclude the stream.
Point runway
2 seconds completed.
Bravo 12,
I have to say,
Echo.
iFly was very good, very, very solid. Just VNAV was a bit quirky, wasn't it? And
correct lower Euro wings.
the drawing the magenta line on final and things like that, but fully usable. And the aircraft's performance is close to the real aeroplane. It's very good. So I fully recommend it.
Sierra, hold short, Sierra 6, Euro wings, 2 Pavilion.
Actually, I'm just going to message that tower controller. Great ATC, but it's very quiet. Just feedback.
Whiskey Bravo, apron hello, ground hello, taxi right, Sierra, hold Bravo 1, seat holding point.
Right, Sierra, hold Bravo 1, holding point, 2 seats left, Bravo.
Just message him, so turn his mic up.
Airplane 347, hello, taxi Bravo 8, Sierra, hold.
So the Wizz Air is moving. Bit of congestion here.
Victor, taxi holding from runway 26 left via Sierra 6,
just
Sierra
rolling in.
Taxi to share,
Did they probably get controller today? What a refund coffee at spilled during landing, unbelievable. I was too busy trying to tune the ground frequency, use the reversers. I don't know what's happened to the reverser commands. Worked on my test. So I was having to use F2 The classic in Microsoft Flight Simulator.
Echo. Express 25, contact tower 120505, bye-bye.
What about Edo got on? Edo was behind us in the
request
MD-80.
holding point runway 26 left, Bravo 12.
Cheeky.
Possible?
Surely he wants to get ahead.
708 water taxi holding point runway 26 left via Bravo 12.
He wants to get ahead of the queue.
Roger, 26 left via Bravo
Now this is why I didn't delay the stream.
And
I liked these events, of course, but I left a bit early because I think if I started the stream 2 sectors now, it would have been just double the stream length, sitting around doing what we're doing now, basically. But we have a good amount of fuel, 2.6, 2 tons we needed for Memmingen. So we're waiting for the Lufthansa to exit the apron.
Skyway 690 when clear of the opposite traffic, taxi into Sierra 6 via Bravo 7.
Clear to traffic into Sierra 6 via Bravo 7, Skyway 690.
Is that the traffic?
Alpaca 82 Tango, give way to the Skyway 8020 crossing right to left, thereafter taxi to NC Sierra 6 via Sierra.
See the German flags flying? Lufthansa flags.
Sierra 6.
We're going to hold a Bravo 7, which is our clearance limit.
Wing 718, contact tower 120505, bye-bye.
Oh, the aircraft's been there for a while.
Contact Munich Tower South 120505.
Too late to divert, yeah, a little bit.
264, taxi to enter Sierra 7 via Sierra. 264, taxi to enter Sierra 7 via Sierra.
So we're going to hold short here.
Entry Sierra 7 via Sierra, 764.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, give way to the company 77900, crossing left front thereafter taxi to enter Sierra 6 via Bravo 7.
Giving way to the company 737-900 via Sierra 6 to Bravo 7. Alpaca 4 Delta Mike.
Ground Lufthansa 192.
Good, so giving way to our company traffic, they're going first, and then we'll follow them.
Lufthansa 192 vacated 26 left.
To Sierra 6.
München round service taxi NC Sierra 7 via Bravo 8 and Sierra.
Via Bravo 7. Oh, so there is no clearance limit, we just crossed Bravo 7. Stop Lufthansa.
Skyway 690, contact apron 1278, bye-bye.
Yeah, so it goes contact apron.
Holding traffic apron 78, Skyway 690.
264, hold short, Bravo 11.
Hope the bridge is strong enough for an Alpaca.
Holding short.
Alpaca 82 Tango, contact apron 1278, bye-bye.
1278, bye-bye.
We'll get on the stand, guys, eventually. Got these rowdy...
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, contact ground apron 11780, bye-bye.
121780, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, bye-bye.
264 when clear.
Perfect. Squeezy Jet's just landed. God, so busy. See how many traffic's here. It's not very reliable, this though. Oh my god! Look at that, guys. That is so busy. Oh my days. You want to top part off 26 right? Wow. That is a busy airport. There's not many airports. And I have to say, the performance is pretty good. Yeah, it's a bit stuttery. But my 3080 is hanging in there. Look at that.
Pushback now approved. Face south on the orange line.
Super busy. Just so I plays the arrival controller keeps calling everyone Alpaca. It's a bit, yeah, it probably is busier than real life. Ooh, friends. Ooh. Servus. Just wait for the Alpaca to get its clearance. There they go. We'll check in with Apron. Apron, hello, it's Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, Sierra 6.
Alpaca 4 Delta Mike, München Apron, Servus, taxi, follow the colleague, left, Charlie 5, and Whiskey 1 Blue to stand 183.
We'll follow our colleague left, Charlie 5, Whiskey Blue, stand 183, Alpaca 4 Delta Mike. Perfect. So left, Charlie 5. So Charlie Sierra, not not Charlie 5. Was it Charlie 0 or Charlie 5? No, Charlie 5, blue, blue line, 183. There it is, perfect. I've found where I need to go. We can start the APU now. Probably would have shut the engine down in reality. In fact, let's do that. Especially in the Max. The Max has so much thrust and idle with the Elite 1Bs. You can happily taxi around on a single engine, which is quite well modelled in the iFly.
345 Delta, hold on.
There's the blue line.
Uniform contact ground 121980.
Bit of thrust on engine number 1.
121980.
Look, they're getting through the backlog now. And stand was number 183. Let's see if GSX is going to play ball.
Delta, you can entry November 2 and then via November 2, Charlie 1, Whiskey 1 Orange, stand 193.
What stand is this? What apron is this?
Request gate 110.
Apron 1.
45,000.
110 currently blocked for 345.
Stand 183. No, not apron 1.
Something to the left then.
And now I can't get back. Why can't you go back to the other ones?
116 if you take that.
Yeah, gate 116.
Go on, Alpaca, clear the way.
Then taxi gate.
The scenery Flight Simulators is the SimWorld Update 18 free scenery. So how do I go back? GSX.
Stephen, your wings too happily with the US here.
Stand 183, wasn't it?
Your wings 2 Papa Lima.
Ah, come on, Alpaca.
Right, Charlie 5, Echo 1 Blue, stand 117 Bravo.
Charlie 5,
let's try GSX again.
Stand 117 Bravo for your wings.
That was expediting. Right, apron 1, I think they're on that one. Stand 183, there we go. Request one to be there. Perfect. Let's have Lufthansa. We'll pay for their services.
Stand 185
Holding anyone up
via Charlie 5 Whiskey on Blue, airplane 3947.
APU's on the bus. Beautiful. Well, let's do a little bit of taxi music now. Super busy. Alpaca, alpaca, alpacas. KLM, TUI, yellow planes, weird pink planes. Well, I don't have the livery for. Beautiful. Alpaca pulled up like an F1 in the pit box.
12 colleagues, we're ready for taxi.
Oh, I forgot to do the flight recorder blast. Sorry guys, very busy on that approach.
Give way to the A321 overtaking you. He will pull into the gate in front of you. After that, taxi via Echo 1 Orange, Charlie 4.
183, 185 we just crossed, 184.
We'll give way to the Airbus A321.
183 here. Perfect.
And after that, we'll taxi via Echo 1 Orange, Charlie 4, and hold short of Whiskey 1. First one to correct you.
Hello, Uniform 30 von 06. Uniform 3 Sierra Uniform, taxi right Charlie 5, and then Echo 1 Orange, stand 118. Front will move shortly. Charlie 5, Echo 1 Orange, stand 118, Uniform 3 Uniform.
Turn off and taxi light off.
Apron, hello. German cargo 484, stand 9.
Oh, Butter Park. Brakes are off on though, as usual.
German cargo 484, pushback approved, face east on Romeo.
Facing east on Romeo, German cargo 484.
Oh, that'll do. Market brakes set. APU's already on the bus. 2 blues, red engines dead. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Munchen. Local time here would be 8:20. Is it Central? No, British. No, German time. I can't remember what it's called. 18:20 Zulu. We've landed 40 minutes ahead of schedule, guys. Where's the dancing marshal? Not here. Not here on this sector. That was a very fun, very intensive evening of VATSIM. Great fun. Right, full shutdown then. 3 pumps, 1 for the APU. Window heat can come off. Electric hydraulic pumps are off. Open that. Get some conditioned air to the cabin because it's still quite warm here. Anti-cold light off. Close the flight on GSX. Squawk 2000. And standby. And oops, forgot to. Oh no, I did the anti-cold light off already. There we are. Checklist complete. Let's get rid of our rowdy passengers who want to get to the hotel. Start drinking beer.
The boarding requested.
There we go. Beautiful. There we go. Oh, hang in there, PC. God, it's working hard. So many aircraft are loaded, and the scenery here. I'm probably getting about 18 FPS. Oh dear, oh dear. Right, hang in there. Right then, guys. Seatbelt sign. Did I forget the seatbelt sign? Oh, well, Lufthansa here to the rescue. Thanks. Seatbelt sign's off. There we are. We'll see the passengers get bussed away now. Beautiful. You can see the sun setting as well. Very nice indeed. Right. Oh yes, new sky. Stay point looking. What? No! 9.9? Oh, my perfect 10 this month is over. Oh. 9.9. 0.1 deducted. 1.4G. Oof. Was it that hard?
Passenger's bus is coming.
I don't think it was that bad. Fuel used, significant saving. Oh no! Straight in though, very long downwind, but for the amount of traffic, these guys are superb at dealing with this. I don't. Oh no, I got 9.95 at the start of the month, so it wouldn't have been a perfect month. 9.9. I had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 10s in a row. There we are. Anyway, it is what it is. Here comes the buses. There we are. They've all got their blow-up footballs and hopefully only footballs that are blown up in their bags, whatever they want to do on their evening, and hopefully some what's a good Italian beer? I don't know. Yes, something real pilot, brilliant. Anyway, thanks a lot for joining me with this 2-sector day on VATSIM to fly the iFly 737 MAX. It's a great add-on, really good, and a few little quirks and bugs here and there, but easily flyable online. And it is, I've been flying the MAX all week this week, and it's like a little perfect simulated version. It's very impressive, you know, and I only had a few updates since release, and I know they're working towards 2024 release, but 2020 is so solid still. I think the sim is just fine. But yeah, great fun. Excellent. 2 sections then, Munich, Milan Linate, I'm back again. Really enjoyed it. Busy VATSIM event as ever. VATSIM Germany controllers are on the ball. Superb effort and work, and really enjoyed it. Hope you guys enjoyed it too. But I'm going to conclude things now. So we're going to have some dinner, and yes, we'll look at this 737-500. I'll subscribe and take a look, and I'll let you know what I think tomorrow. Hopefully tomorrow. I'm busy in the morning, but hopefully something in the evening. We can take a look at that. And yeah, I'd like to fire up Concorde again. I think Collimata Concorde I always like enjoying. I don't know how it's flying in the beta. It's a bit quirky and buggy as well. Maybe that the Felis 742 or the MD-11. I don't know. I want to fly so I can explain. I'll have a look. Anyway, guys, thanks a lot for tuning in, and I hope you enjoyed the show. To all the people that donated, thank you very much for your generosity. I think we had Itch It and Scratch It gifting 5 members today as well, so thank you very much for the support. And guys, it's Friday. Hope you enjoy the weekend. If you're a Paris Saint-Germain or Inter Milan football team supporter, wish your team the best of luck. If you enjoyed the game, watching it tomorrow, and if you enjoyed the stream, don't forget to like and subscribe to stay up to date. Thank you very much. We'll conclude things now because I forgot to do the review. Look how busy it is here. EasyJet, Air France going past as well. Wonderful. Guys, take care, and I'll see you all again on the next live stream very soon. Bye bye.